Welcome to a very special edition of Adelphi Sports Day as we cover the UCLan Varsity event in which students from the University of Central Lancashire, we've not dropped the Central yet, play students from Edgehill at a wide range of sports.
Yes, Varsity covers men and women's sports, and among the sports we have football, rugby union, basketball, netball, pool, volleyball, hockey and many, many more.
For the next couple of hours, we'll be live here on YouTube with an afternoon packed with sports live from our Greenbank studio in Preston, as well as the UCLan Sports Arena and the Sir Tom Finney Sports Centre. This
programme is produced and presented by Year 2 sports journalism students here at UCLan, and we hope it's going to be a fun afternoon, so stay with us. You do not want to miss it.
Adelphi Sports Day. I'm Amy Palmer.
And I'm Will Judd. Also in our Greenbank studio are our pundits for this afternoon, Seb Mellis and Ross Chapman. We also have Dan Aspinall, who's a rugby union player and coach here at UCLan. We'll be talking to him about his teams who played their games on Monday nights at Preston Grasshoppers.
First of all, our pundits, Ross and Seb. We'll start with you, Seb. What do you make of Varsity? It's such a big event, and what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm really excited. You know, it's they've not played each other since last April in the football. The UCLan men's won last time, 4-3. It was a late double came from Lucas Goldburn, who starts the centre half today. But yeah, a late double came. It was a massive win for him. But it's a fresh squad. There's only 4 of the same players start this game that started last game. So, you know, I can't be more excited.
Ross, we've had a brilliant few days of Varsity already with a lot of success for UCLan. What are your predictions for today?
Well, like Seb says, a lot of changes within the squad, a lot of turnover in the last 12 months, and having not played for 12 months, that hunger to win will be bigger than ever. So, you know, it'll be a big watch for sure. Edgehill have moved up a level, UCLan have moved down a level, and Evan Dahara, who's a team captain and has been a stalwart for the club for many seasons, is on international duty, so that'll be a big impact on today's game for sure.
Perfect.
And we are heading on to rugby union now, where the men's won their varsity game and took the first varsity point for UCLan. And we're joined with Dan Aspinall on the sofa. And you took that win. It was the first win in 8 years. How does that feel?
Mega. Loved it. Really happy for the boys, and I'm quite happy we could end the season for a lot of people like on a high, and some people's last games just ended with a varsity win. My first varsity win, certainly. In my UCLan experience.
Rugby union's first varsity win in 8 years. So what was different with the preparation this year for you to actually be able to achieve that win?
So the prep was different. We had Jay Smith leaving as the coach due to family reasons. Then JJ coming in and turning the team inside out and kind of pushing us more into a modern style of play and how we conduct ourselves in them. Flip switch moments where it could go either way in the game, and just calming ourselves down and kind of body in the furnace, man in the freezer type thing, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Before the games get underway, let's go over to our pitch side reporters, Amelia Vinyaska and Lindsay Grogan.
Hello and welcome to UCLan Varsity 2025. I'm here with Amelia, and Amelia, what do you make of it here?
Well, we're on pitch 3 where UCLan men's first team in football will face Edgehill. Now, last year UCLan managed to get a win 4-3, and this year they're hoping for an even bigger success.
And the lads are warming up now, and it's a great day for it. It's 13 degrees here in sunny Preston, and in previous years it has been snowing here, but it is an amazing day for the players to put out an amazing performance. Back to you in the studio.
Let's go back to that rugby union game that was on Monday where UCLan beat Edgehill 27-10. Etienne Jones was there to tell us more.
The crowds gathered at Preston Grasshoppers as the men's rugby union side took to the field in the first night of varsity. And right from the first kick, the Blue Cam began to take control of a game that promised to be a tight affair. The first conversion was tucked neatly over the posts for an early varsity lead, before the first try was scored by UCLan, as the forward hurtled their way through the Edgehill back line, with the replay proving just how much commitment he had to touch the ball down. Edgehill didn't back down, however, as they scored a try of their own and put up a fair fight. But UCLan managed to avoid the tempers that began to gather and flare up, and instead used the crowd to their advantage as they looked to push themselves across the line. And they would get their reprieve, as another couple of tries and conversion pushed them into an extensive 25-10 lead, sending the crowd into raptures. A final conversion would seal the victory, which ticked off UCLan's varsity tally, with plenty more opportunities for points to be scored. Etienne Jones, UCLan Sports Day.
A lot of feelings right now, a bit of hurt as well, but I'm just so, like I said to the boys, I'm just so happy. There's so many people that worked incredibly hard to make that possible, and yeah, I'm just happy for all the boys that are leaving, all the boys that I knew and all the boys that have been. That atmosphere was there tonight because there was just such a team mentality, not just the boys, the rugby lads, but all the people came down to support. That's what Varsity should be about for me. Proper good sport, good contest, and Edge Hill play their part as well. So we finished second. We got knocked out of the cup first round. So this was our cup final today. This was what everything was riding on, and that made it such a success. It makes such a change to the outlook of the season.
As we mentioned earlier, Dan Aspinall plays for UCLan's men's team, and we did touch on it slightly. It's been 8 years since you've got it. It's a bit of a historic moment, really, to win it yesterday, and it was your last varsity. So, what do you think when it comes to varsity? Did you have a different mindset coming into this year as it was your last?
It was similar to how my first varsity was. Obviously, with COVID happening and everything, I did it in my third year, and we lost that game by a try, and the feeling was there, but I think what swayed it massively this year was we had a home crowd behind us and everything like that, and we also we got up for it, and you could feel it in the changing rooms, you could feel it in the team talk, you could feel it in the coach's voice, you could feel it in the captain's voice, how badly we wanted it this year, and we were hungry from the off, really.
Thank you. And we are going back to the ground at UCLan Sports Arena right now.
Team coach. So, Craig Bassano-Annas, Louis Barlow and Nathan Saint. Let's start with the coach. What's your attitude coming into this game?
Positive, looking forward to it. All the lads are up for it, in really good spirits, good atmosphere, good environment to be in. So yeah, we're really positive today, confident coming into this.
What do you think is your team's greatest attribute against Edge Hill?
Just battling, just need to put a graft in, get the job done.
And how have you prepared? Was there any changes in your preparations ahead of today's important match?
I don't think there's been any changes. We've just had our heads down, working hard throughout the season, progressing, getting better and better, and I think that we're ready for this game.
Right, one last question to our coach here. How do you think playing on your home ground is having an impact on you and your team with so much support here?
Yeah, it's a big advantage. Yeah, it's nice to have everybody down supporting the lads. You know, they've really progressed and come on this season. So yeah, hopefully they can build a good atmosphere and give them that little bit of energy that they need now we're at home.
Perfect. Thanks so much from the UCLan Sports Arena.
Now, the women's rugby teams were not quite as successful as the men's on Monday, were they, Amy?
Sadly not. We actually took a bit of a battering, unfortunately. We don't regret anything we've done out there.
UCLan Women's Rugby took on Edge Hill in the opening game of Varsity. Despite losing 91-5, they are still positive about their game.
We came into this not knowing that we were going to lose, because we came into it with the most positive mentality I've ever seen this team have, but we've just come off the back of 4 consecutive wins in our league. This team is 2 leagues above us, and we got a try on the board, which we didn't get last year, so that's a win in our eyes.
A very physical game for the girls, but their number 10, Olivia Boyum, scored their first try against Edge Hill since 2022.
Honestly, I think when Liv crossed the line, personally, just a sense of relief. We finally got a try over the line, and also Liv, she's put in a hell of a season this year, and we've got a couple of the girls who are leaving who helped with that try, including Emily and Hattie, our captains. They're leaving now, and I think it was just a good game to get us, all the people here supporting us, and show them what we've done throughout the year.
Although that's the end of the road for women's rugby, there are loads of varsity fixtures throughout the next few days.
Dan Aspinall is the coach of women's team and joins us now, and Dan, that must have been a tough watch for you.
Yeah, it was. we knew Edge Hill were going to be a tough team going into it. Got a lot of good players who play regular club rugby on the weekends, and a few girls who play Super League now in the in rugby league. And their coach Chris, he demands a lot from his players there, and it was one of them where I don't think you could fault our efforts on the pitch. I think at the end of the day, the best team won, and that was how it was. How it went, really.
Like you touched on, obviously it was a tough result, especially to see that as the coach. But you must be proud of the ladies' efforts, right?
Oh, massively. Like we said before the game and on Sunday night that I don't care if we win or lose or draw or whatever. I've come in to coach the girls and build them up as athletes and everything like that, and they've showed me over the course of the season that they've developed massively from where they were at the start of the season to where they are now.
It was a tough match, obviously. I was there, took some battering, but Olivia Boyham scored the first try, and what a try that was. What do you make of it?
Yeah, Livy Boyham's good player. She can create something out of nothing. But it was one of them where when that try went in, me and Josh, the assistant coach, we were jumping up and down for joy and just enjoying it, loving it really.
Thank you, Daniel.
So Amy was playing, of course. You put in some big hits, but I think it's quite fair to say you also got a hit a few times. So should we have a little look at that? Yeah, so here we go. Here's Amy in the highlights here. Making a challenge. That's not bad. It's the second clip where it gets quite a lot worse. Here it is now. So here's Amy on the ball. Bang! There's the immediate challenge. Pushed miles back, dragged along. Bit of a shame there, Amy. What do you make of that? You must have a sore back today.
I think it was genuinely quite funny. I tried my best, and I'm new to rugby, so I just really, really wanted to try and do well for the team. I mean, I put in a few tackles, but did take a bit of a battering on my back. It's really, really, really sore. So we're just
to get a bit of ice on it then, Amy. On to women's basketball. The UClan team emerged victorious with a dominant 64-29 win against Edge Hill. Our reporter Eloise Stevens was there to witness the match unfold.
The UClan women wasted no time in going into the lead, with number 10 being the first on the score sheet. The first quarter continued with numbers 3, 5 and 6 in particular piling on the plane for Edge Hill. Second quarter, and UClan never looked like they were going to be caught, with numbers 8, 15 and 7 ruthlessly taking them to 37-19. Into the third, and number 10 took them to 49-23. By the fourth, UClan were romping to victory. (64-29) the final score, and UClan women are the Varsity champions of 2025. Eloise Stevens, UClan Sports Day.
I mean, it feels amazing. I mean, we have such a great group of girls with us. It was a mix of first team and second team, and we couldn't be closer as just one team together. We were really excited to play with each other, and I think we played really well together. I mean, I'm proud of the girls because we can see the improvement through the season, and yeah, I'm really just proud of all of them. I know some of the girls felt the pressure. I felt it more as like, you know, we're going to win this. Like, there cannot be any losses. If all of them are coming out to support us, I mean, we doubled their score over it. We're going to win by a lot.
So Varsity so far has been quite brilliant. In terms of the women's rugby, not such a great result, but the men's rugby, to get that first point on board on Monday, how did you feel about that, Seb?
Well, it was important for him to get it, you know, as he said, they've not won it in a couple of years. Especially quite a few of the lads that play for the rugby team, it's the first year, you know, the last year, sorry, that they're playing for the squad, so to get that win, it couldn't be more important for them.
Ross, what about the women's basketball? Anything to add there? It's a brilliant result, and it's another win for UClan.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, and great start to last night, which overall was a fantastic night. Great atmosphere down there, and you know, memories made for a lot of the players. But to add on Seb's point about the men's rugby, a fantastic thing for Dan in his last year to sort of top it all off with a win. But so far, it's been a great week so far in Varsity.
Indeed, as fantastic result for UClan, and Jacob Bailey was there.
The UClan cheerleaders were at the Sir Tom Finney Sports Arena celebrating the women's victory earlier and ready to cheer on the men. Within the opening minute, UCLan took the lead thanks to captain Joseph Hayes, and it was a tight contest for most of the first quarter, with Edge Hill keeping in touch throughout. 24-21 to UCLan going into the second quarter, but then they started to pull away, including Sinnott and Mara scoring. By the third, the UCLan men were moving out of sight, captain Joseph Hayes leading the charge, 71-48. The excellent play continued in the final quarter, with UCLan men unrelenting in their pursuit of the Varsity title. 94-54 the final score, and UCLan sports team set up for another successful tournament today. Jacob Bailey, Adelphi Sports Day.
It's great. So it's the first time we've been on the show court. It's my fourth varsity, so we've not lost to Edge Hill yet, but it was nice to have the show court and everyone in the stands as well. I quite liked how we were a mix of teams today, so we were first and seconds, and everyone gelled quite well, and we worked together as a team. So that was the more important thing for me. As soon as you have any sort of fans, it picks everyone's energy up, so you carry on playing, and if you tend to drop in energy, it picks up as soon as there's a bit of crowd in there.
So, boys, once again, another win in the basketball, back-to-back men and women. That's a huge result for our varsity.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they're both a great side. I've been watching them this season. They're both really good at basketball. They both went in with pure confidence. I spoke to a few of them before. They all seemed, happy and excited to get going, and it showed on the court at the end of the day.
Time now to go over to the UCLan Arena, and starting off our commentary, our Bilal
No,
Patel.
not quite yet. We've got breaking news from the hockey with Charlie Boyer first off.
Yeah, UCLan lead by 4 goals to 2 at half-time. It's been a fast start with UCLan having the better of the opening exchanges. Hannah Metcalf opened the scoring for the Horse. Within the first minute, UCLan setting their stall out early with attacking intent. Jess Water doubled the lead for the Horse just before the 10-minute mark with a penalty. And after a brief period of Edge Hill dominance, UCLan made it 3 as Water got her second, this one from a penalty corner. The visitors did cut the deficit down to a goal, bit on the stroke of half-time, but UCLan got one back to make it 4-2 at the break. Speaking to the UCLan coaches at the break, they're happy with the performance so far, but they want more clearances in front of goal, and they want to move the ball quicker, especially with the threat of the Edge Hill counter-attack. UCLan are on top of the break, and there's work to do for Edge Hill. Half-time, UCLan 4, Edge Hill 2.
So that was breaking news there from the hockey, but let's go back to football. And guys, what do we have in store for us today?
Well, it's going to be really exciting stuff for sure, Amy. Of course, last season winning 4-3 at Edge Hill after what was a disappointing season for UCLan. You can say that this season it's been frustrating as well, but Nathan Saint's come into the first team. He's implemented a different style. The boys really love playing for him, and they've just grown week on week. There's been a few frustrating results in there, especially in terms of finding the back of the net has been a real issue. I remember a few weeks ago they played Kiel. They had about 25 shots. They should have won that game by absolute mile, and they did lose 1-0. But hopefully they'll find that clinical edge today. Their star striker, Reece Thompson, is up front, having scored 7 goals in 10 games from this season. So I'm pretty confident that we can find the back of the net.
Thank you very much, Ross. Next up, we are going to go to have a look at the volleyball with Tom Robinson.
So the volleyball, obviously, that's another sport we have here at UCLan. I think one of the best things about UCLan is that we offer so many different sports. Seb, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, obviously, when you come to UCLan, they've got sport for everyone, and obviously, the more stuff they do, the more sports they've got going on, and varsity is always a good way to express, what we've been doing at this uni.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when we first came to this university, the first week they sort of immersed you in the whole thing, the sports fair. So many passionate people within every single society and club within the UCLan, and varsity is just a fantastic sort of ending to the sporting calendar.
We are now heading over to the UCLan Arena and to speak to Lindsay Grogan.
Hi Amy, thanks for that. So I'm here with Adrian Ibbotson, Head of Sport at UCLan, and Adrian, just tell us, what is Varsity all about?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's really about a friendly rivalry between sort of two universities based on sport and physical activity. So across 3 days this year, because we've tried to make it bigger and better, it normally has happened on one day kind of previously, which has normally been the Wednesday, because it takes place on what you might call Bucks afternoon, because we normally play British University and Colleges sport on a Wednesday afternoon. But we had rugby union, men's and women's at Preston Grasshoppers on Monday night, and then we had men's and women's basketball in the Sir Tom Finney Sports Centre last night. Great events, great spectating, and that's what it's all about really. It's about bringing friends together in a friendly rivalry. It is competitive, people do want to win, this is sport after all, but we had 400 people turning out, friends watching friends at the Hoppers, 300 people last night at the basketball, and it's about creating that sense of identity, that sense of belonging. Overall, we're going to have 26 fixtures in 18 different sports, 600 people involved in terms of 300 from kind of like both universities as players and athletes, and then we've got all the spectators as well. So really, for me, it's about creating that sense of belonging, that pride in representing the university, and friends kind of participating with friends, and we do hope to win.
And why is sport important to the uni?
Well, as I say, I think it's an opportunity for people to have that sense of opportunity to represent the university in something, other than just doing their course. So it's that sense of pride that you get in terms of representing the university, which I do think sort of creates an additional sense of belonging. You get that sense of pride as an alumni in terms of representing the university, and we had some of the alumni come back to watch the rugby fixture, for example, on Monday evening, because they feel that sense of connection with the university.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Adrian. Back to you guys in the studio.
Of course, as Lindsay said, Ross, sport at UCLan is so important, and when it comes to Varsity, I think all of these teams know it's such an important game. It's like a cup final for them, right?
Yeah, it just encompasses everything about UCLan sport. You've seen the last couple of nights with rugby and basketball, the whole university is up for it. The atmosphere that it creates, the memories that it makes, it's just a fantastic event, and hopefully more memories made today.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully that will happen with some wins. Good memories, of course. We're going to head back over to the netball now, once again with Tom Robinson.
To the first quarter, and UConn have just got their 4th point, but they trailed by...
We appear to have a little bit of pictures missing, but we've got roughly 5 minutes now until the football chaps. The pressure's starting to build. The teams are starting to be feeling a bit nervous, Seb.
Yeah, definitely. This season, they've obviously not played since the last time out, and they've spent this season in separate leagues, so they don't know what each squad's about. Last season they was in the same league, but UCLan have dropped a division, Edge Hill gone up. So UCLan are the underdogs, regardless of the last victory, but I'm sure they'll be up for it and getting ready for it.
As Seb touched on, Ross, we are the underdogs. It was a big upset victory last year. Surely we're going to need something similar, especially because Edge Hill went up a league and UCLan went down.
Yeah, exactly like you say. We were the underdogs last year, but we did it. We're just hopeful that we can make it 2-2. And you've got to look back at, I think that the club had their own awards last week. Louis Rogers, Lewis Barlow, and Lucas Goldburn all picking up awards on that day, and they'll be absolutely crucial today. Harry Bowen as well. So I think you've got to rely a lot on that back line. Obviously, Edge Hill have got a lot of quality in there, but we'll hope for a big win today.
Of course, it's looking like a very interesting game.
Apologies for that connection issue before, but we are heading back to the netball. Hopefully it's all okay now. To Etienne, who will be speaking a bit about what's going on over at the UCLan Arena.
Hiya, Amy. Thank you. Right now, you've come back to us. Sorry we froze. UCLan have just got their 6th point. They do trail by 4. Rebecca Reed has been the star of the show for the Blue Army, but at the moment they need to get back into it. Edge Hill are taking their chances. But back to you in the studio for now.
Thank you very much.
netball, especially at UClan, is such a big sport. They've got someone from Leeds Rhinos on their coaching team. It's so great to have that Super League involvement with our uni and to get these girls that quality coaching that they need for games like Varsity.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think, like Dan Aspinall was saying before, university sport is becoming such a huge thing now. So many big names from every single sport are getting involved with it. And that's fantastic, at such a young age. There might be people who've never joined a sport before, already at such an early stage, being led by and being guided by a big name in the sport, which is just fantastic to see.
And there's also more people getting into the sport because of the names that are involved, and especially these varsity events. It shows that UClan are here to do something and hopefully win.
Exactly, 100%. And I think going back to the football, because we are heading at past to the football, the main event of the day. It's based on their season so far. Ross, do you want to tell us a little bit about what's happened so far?
Yeah, so I think the expectation before the season was promotion to get back into Tier 3. That hasn't been the case. There's just been a lot of quality in that league, so they've had to be sort of in a mid-table position. Like I say, a lot of frustrations in there, and if they've been a bit more clinical, it could be a completely different story. We've just got to hope that we end the season today with a positive.
We're very close to going over now to the football, and I'll ask you both, Ross and Seb, one word. What do we think is going to happen in this game?
Win.
Win? Good stuff, of course. Seb, what about you?
Victory.
Victory. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit fancier than win.
Keep it simple. Yeah.
Right, so time now then to go over to the UClan Arena, and starting off our commentary is Bilal Patel and Ernie Bratherton.
Thank you very much, Will, and welcome to the UClan Sports Arena for today's instalment of Edge Hill versus UClan men's football match. After a late second half double from centre half Lucas Goldburn ensured a famous 4-3 win for the Clan over in Ormskirk. Edge Hill travelled to Preston after a season to forget in the BUCS Northern Tier 2, accumulating in relegation just the past week. Fourth was all that UClan could achieve in the BUCS Northern Tier 3, and with bragging rights well and truly on the line this afternoon, the time for talking is no more as the two foes commence battle in under 5 minutes' time. I'm joined by Bilal Patel for today's commentary. Bilal, what are your thoughts on the game today?
Yeah, it's a big day today. It's Varsity. The crowd's starting to gather up just moments away from kick-off. Under 2 minutes to go, and it's set to be a thriller. Yeah, we'll just run you through the two teams, starting with the visitors, managed by Archie McMillan in goal, number 1, Dario. We believe it'll be a back four of number 3, Tom Bacon, 4, Adam Chadwick, 16, Max Bembo, and number 2, Marcus Britton. Then 2 holding midfielders of 6, Harvey Adatasi, and number 8, Regan Mitchell. The 3 behind the striker of 11, Matty Hawkins, 10, Seb Bailey, and 7, Liam Painter. And leading the line, number 9, Eric Durnell. On the bench for the visitors, number 5, Lewis Bourne, number 12, Jack Lever, number 18, Louis Thornston, number 15, Stephen Ribeiro, and number 17, Ryan Hunt. And now on to your UClan in goal, number 1, Will Vaughan, a back 4, number 2, Sully, 5, Lucas Goldburn, 3, Louis Rogers, and 4, Harry Bowen. Captain and number 6, Lewis Barlow, 8, Fred Ntumba, 7, Rahula, 10, Blessing Agaro, 11, Godfred Boama, and number 9, Reese Thompson. On the bench for UClan, Christian Matthews, Craig Bassano-Anez, Ben Ashcroft, Oshan Williams, Jason Iari, Issy Salami, and Leon Hodgkins. Both teams are out onto the field of play now, and we are a matter of moments away from kick-off. And Bilal, the atmosphere is building. I can see lots of flags out, all supporting the UClan. What's your final thoughts for today's game? Yeah, it's going to be a big game, big day for both of these sides. This is the one that matters. Varsity, obviously UClan coming out on top last year, but this year the bragging rights are up for grabs.
Yeah, like you said, it's just the captains now in the middle of the pitch. Lewis Barlow taking up the role after Evan DeHaro has graduated from university. Evan DeHaro of the Gibraltar national side, currently on international duty, but also a shout out to Evan, who's done the university proud, and it's Lewis who has took the captain's berth. He's been excellent all season, second year, business management student, lovely lad as well, known personally, and he's going to lead the lads out to battle this afternoon. And like I said, we're a moment away from kick-off. Just looking through the side, you've got 3 committee members in the UClan team today. Goalkeeper Will Vaughan's last Varsity, fullback Harry Bowen and Lewis Barlow, respective club treasurer and club secretary, and both actually player and manager's player of the season. It's going to be a really interesting battle this afternoon. And it does look like there's been a couple of changes to the starting lineup. Leon Hodgkins has come in on this left-hand side. You can see that. I'm just trying to work out now any other changes. The back 4 has changed as well. Craig Bassano-Anez is coming at full-back instead of Sully. It's Lucas Goldburn and Harry Bowen at centre-half. Louis Rogers at left back. Then it's a two midfield of Lewis Barlow and Fred Ntumba. Blessing Agaro, Leon Hodgkins and Reece Thompson is your starting 11. You might have to bear with us for the first 10 or so with the Edge Hill side, just as we become accustomed to players that we haven't seen so far. But it does look like it'll be a back three with how they're lining up at the moment. And we're underway here at the UClan Sports Arena. And it's Edge Hill kicking from left to right, UClan from right to left in this opening 10 minutes or so. And it's Craig Bassano and it's just getting his body in the way there and sending it out of play. But Bilal, it's all set to be a tasty affair this afternoon.
Yeah, already you can already sense the atmosphere here as Edge Hill look to get it on the front foot. Opening stages here.
It's a good interception by Lewis Barlow down this near side. It just clears for Leon Hodgkins to run onto. As Edge Hill come across and clear on this near side. Harry Barlow taking no chances there, sending it long up and towards Reece Thompson, top goal scorer for UClan with 7 so far this season. It's just nodded into the air by the Edge Hill central defender, and Blessing Agaro just looks to put it in behind for Reece Thompson. As the goalkeeper, who goes by one name, we believe, Dario, comes out and claims. He's not quite Xavi or Fred, but we've got Dario in goal for Edge Hill this afternoon. He's just got the ball in hand now, looks quite composed, and will send it long in towards the centre circle. It's onto the head of Harry Bowen, a fantastic header there in the middle of the park, under pressure from Edge Hill. It's a loose ball from the number 6, Harvey Adedassi, over the top for Leon to run onto, and it's Hodgkins down this near side. He looks to try and find Reece Thompson, but it's dispossessed by an Edge Hill man. But Harry Bowen just showing composure there to come across and mop up for UClan. The game's not quite settled down yet, it's just back and forth.
Yeah, both sides just starting to get control of the game. These opening stages will be crucial, a little bit sloppy, but let's see how it pans out.
Yeah, Lucas Goldburn just sending one out of play down this near side. Goldburn was the winner last year in last year's event of Varsity, a 4-3 win for UClan, and it was Lucas Goldburn with a late double from centre half who ensured that UClan picked up all 3 points in Ormskirk. It's a good ball to find Rogers down the near side, and he looks to fire it out to Thompson on the far side. It's nodded back into play to Lewis Barlow, who just can't quite get on the end of it, and again Harry Bowen comes across and mops up, and Lewis Rogers just nods it back to Bowen, and the game can go into a good feet there by Harry Bowen, just getting away from Seb Bailey. And Bilal inside the opening 2 minutes here. Looks like both sides haven't quite got to grip with the tempo so far.
No, it's been very scrappy so far. A lot of long balls over the top. Both sides just obviously looking for that mistake, looking for that ball in behind the defence, but it hasn't come so far.
And it's club treasurer Harry Bowen on this near side, who sends to throw in long. One player recognised by his peers as being the man of the season for UClan. He's just got his left knee strapped up, I just noticed there, but he's been excellent. He's kind of played in central midfield, played right back, centre half. He's played all over the field, and it's testament to himself. He's a member of the committee, and he's also won Players Play, a fantastic achievement. And it's Sully down the far side, and it's slipped in for Craig. He's just got a back pedal down the far side. It's Edge Hill looking to stride towards the byline, takes it away from Bassano Ennis to the byline, pulls it back. It's a back heel, and it's 1-0 to Edge Hill. Liam Painter puts the visitors into an early lead inside 3 minutes. A goal from nothing, a long ball down the far channel towards the byline, cuts it back, and you've got to say it's an absolutely outstanding finish. Back-heeled through the legs of Will Vaughan. UClan 0, Edge Hill 1.
Well, it's an excellent goal. I mean, first attack of the game, it feels like, on Edge Hill's left-hand side. The ball goes into the middle of the box, and it's just a flick that unfortunately goes through the legs of Will Vaughan. A great start for Edge Hill.
And it's a travelling 50 or so visitors over to our left-hand side who are in fine voice after Liam Painter has just put them one up, broke the deadlock inside 3 minutes, and it's certainly given Nathan Saint something to think about. It's the start that he wouldn't have wanted in his first Varsity as head coach. And Bowen just decides to send it long now, looking to go in behind for Reece Thompson, who does get there, does Thompson, keeps it in play. Really good play by the striker down this near side. It's Leon Hodgkins who looks to let fly, pulls it back to Blessing Agaro, but his touch is just too heavy and it allows Regan Mitchell to break away. But Agaro temporarily got the ball back, but it's Edge Hill who break down the far side again through Britton. Back to Bailey, back to the feet of Britton inside. UClan half and they're attacking in numbers now. It's 3-on-2 down the far side. Cuts inside, just Painter, lets fly. This time safely into the hands of Vaughan.
Yeah, it looks like Edge Hill are getting success on that left-hand side. And it comes from the transition. Obviously, UClan trying to get up the other pitch just after being 1-0 down. But Edge Hill can be dangerous on that counter-attack.
It's long from Vaughan, and UConn just need to get the foot on the ball a bit more. It seems like it's just all very long at the moment, very direct football, and it's Thompson towards the byline though after the long punt from Vaughan. He goes into the feet of Blessing Agara inside the penalty area towards Lewis Barlow on the edge. He lets one fly, it's blocked at source, and it falls to Leon Hodgkins. It's a fantastic challenge, you've got to say, from Adam Chadwick, who's just showing Leon Hodgkins what he thought of that challenge. Fantastic.
Yeah, Edgehill did well to get the numbers back there, and UConn in possession once again.
It's Barlow who finds Rogers and into the feet of Bowen, who just sends it long looking for Hodgkins. And the foul's given against UConn's number 15, Leon Hodgkins, who started the season in the 4th team, Bilal, before making his way up through the seconds and now into the 1st team. And a fun fact for you, it's his second game of the day. He actually played in the 5-a-side game for UConn Dons, who beat Edgehill's representatives 10-3, a fantastic victory for the 5-a-side team, led by Finn Horner and co. And Leon in his second game of the day. Ben Ashcroft also on the bench was involved in that game. And it's long from Dario looking for the head of Durnell, and it's in the corner flag just out of our vision. And Jack Adamson is running the line this afternoon. UConn Force assistant manager. And Bilal, it's definitely not the start that Nathan Saint will have wanted.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, like I said, sloppy in the opening stages, but Edgehill, with the first attack of the game, managed to get the goal.
It's Craig Bassano-Haynes who just bulldozing through there, but it's cleared long by Chadwick, looking for Bailey, and it's into the feet of Bassano-Haynes again. It's Hawkins just picking up the puck under pressure from Barlow, and he's forced back to Harvey Adatsi and into the feet of Chadwick here, just inside the Edgehill half. It does look like the Visitors are the team trying to get on the ball and dictate possession, and with the scoreline advantage, it's definitely food for thought for UConn and Nathan Saint. Also on the touchline is Josh Lucas, who's the 4th team manager, Tom Fry, director of football, who are filling in as assistant managers. This afternoon offside given there by Jack Adamson.
Yeah, it's the long diagonal ball that Edgehill tried to look for, but unfortunately the flag did go up on this near side.
Just a change in approach there from Edgehill. So far it's been nice intricate football, just mixing it up there, sending it long, and it's now Will Vaughan with the ball in hand, who just telling his defenders to move on, so he will send the ball long, and it's not been the greatest of 7 minutes for UConn, but a long way to go in today's battle. It's long from Vaughan looking for Thompson. It falls to Agara 25 yards from goal. A good challenge there by Mitchell, and again by Britton. Bassano-Haynes just getting caught in possession, and it allows Bailey to break. Lucas Goldburn bails out the Gibraltar, and it's Fred and Tumber in the middle of the park, finds Rogers on this near side. Good ball to Rogers, and he switches play to Sully on the far side. And it does look like, Bilal, that UConn are setting up in a 5 at the back with Bassano-Haynes as wide centre half and Sully on the far side. And it's Lucas Goldburn who clears, and will now go over to the netball with Etienne Jones.
Hiya, we're about 5 minutes into the second quarter. This is what the teams are fighting for, the elusive trophy. And it's good news for UConn. They've taken the lead. It's 17-14 at the moment. And Edgehill, well, they're not relenting. I think they've scored again. Anyway, 17-14, back to you in the studio.
Good play by UConn to find Reece Thompson. He fed Sully down the far side, and his first time effort was Ori's, spiralling wide. But good intent there by UConn, trying to drive forward here. With 8 minutes gone, it's UConn 0, Edgehill 1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Edgehill have just sort of slowed down. Obviously, UConn trying to get their foot in the game. Both sides obviously looking to go with that 3 at the back, 5 at the back formation. But it's Dario with the long kick. Hodgkins heads it behind. And it finds its way over to Bailey.
Rogers does really well there. Just ricochets it back off Bailey, and it's a throwing down this near side. Louis Rogers, like we were saying before the game, started in the 4th team 2 years ago when he joined the University of Central Lancashire. And he now finds himself playing for Varsity. A fantastic story as Hodgkins sends it into the middle of the park. It's picked up by Bailey for the visitors, and a long hopeful ball. Looks to release. Durnell in behind. Bowen under pressure is shoved off by Durnell inside the penalty area. Still with Durnell. And he has to do better there. His shot just drags wide on his weaker left foot. But again, promising signs from the visitors.
Yeah, it's a good ball from Bailey over the top, and Durnell just does enough to obviously get near side of the ball, and obviously does manage to get the shot off, but is just wide of the target.
Last varsity for Will Vaughan, 25 years of age, Preston native. Actually does support Aston Villa though, Bilal. Fun fact for you there. But yeah, last varsity for Will Vaughan. He's been absolutely fantastic. Not had the season that he will have wanted, marred by injuries, but he's been a fantastic servant. He's vice chairman of the club. And it's long from Bowen, looking for Thompson, who is causing Edge Hill problems in the opening stages. It's long down this near side, looking for Durnell, who does release Bailey in behind. One-on-one with Goldburn. It's Bailey inside the area. Cuts onto his left foot. Bailey straight into the arms of Will Vaughan. But again, UCLan have to be careful here, Bilal.
Yeah, and again, it's Durnell and Bailey linking up. And this time it's Bailey who gets the shot off, but it's a good save, low to his right from Will Vaughan.
Vaughan sends it long, and it's a skewed header from Britton. It finds the feet of Thompson, and Hodgkins does well to find Thompson. Again, he has Sully for company on the far side. Still with Reece Thompson, 25 yards from goal. Finds Leon Hodgkins. Still with Leon Hodgkins, and a pop shot. Just trickles into the arms of Dario. UCLan getting in the right areas in the opening stages, but not quite having the needed conviction. And it's long down this near side from Bacon. Harry Bowen does well under pressure from Matty Hawkins. It's with Hawkins, though. He cuts onto his left foot. Still with Hawkins. Needs help, does the Edge Hill number 11. Finds that in Bacon down this near side, midway through the UCLan half. He goes into the channel looking for the onrush, and Durnell under pressure from Louis Rogers. And it's out of play for a UCLan throw. Does feel like the game has settled down though, Bilal. Both sides enjoying spells of possession. The visitors probably looking the more menacing so far though.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it has been end-to-end, long balls over the top. This time, in fact, obviously, it was UCLan. He did manage to get numbers behind the ball and stop the threat of someone, like I said, Bailey or Eric Durnell. But again, very much in the balance, with it just being one goal in it.
Rogers' long throws just headed out of play by an Edge Hill man, and he'll move 10 yards or so further down and send it long, looking for Thompson. It's headed back into play by Chadwick, and it's good play by Bailey to get onto the ball. Agaro looks to break things up for UCLan. It's still with Blessing Agaro, who finds Hodgkins. He cuts back onto his left foot and tries to release Lewis Barlow. But Edge Hill do clear as far as Goldburn, who plays it out to Bassano. Anna's on the far side. He skips away and finds Sully, and it's flagged for a throw-in by the linesman on the far side. A good play there by UCLan. One-touch football, trying to get round. And on this stoppage and play, we'll pass over to Mitov, who is at the tennis.
Make sure my muscles look a bit pumped like that. Right, so talking about the tennis now, UCLan are currently 2-0 down to Edge Hill. We speak to Ben Rooney, who lost 1-6, 1-6. How do you feel about the game?
I mean, obviously, the result, it's a tough one to take, but this is my first game in about 9 years, so just getting used to it, and it's just about having fun. It doesn't really matter about the result, just coming here, giving it a go, and yeah.
We have more games to follow. Back to you, studio.
It's a throw-in.
It's a throw-in too. Louis Rogers on this near side. Fires it towards the Edge Hill back line, sorry, and it's Goldburn who just fires it off Bailey, and it's out for a throw-in on this near side.
Yeah, UCLan just need to begin to move it quicker. Obviously, they did have that passing exchange, but I think it's just passing between the lines. I think that will be the key for them to get them back into the game. And it's a throw-in.
A long throw from Rogers down this near side, and it's Bacon who sends out a play again. It's a massive throw again by Louis Rogers, through to Chadwick, and Hodgkins looks to knock on, but it's well jockeyed out of play there by Max Bembo, and it's a goal kick to Edge Hill. With 13 or so minutes gone here, Bilal, what have your thoughts on proceedings so far?
Yeah, it's been a very good start. Edge Hill got off to the perfect start. UCLan looking to fight back into it, but Edge Hill looking very good and solid defensively, but UCLan looking to get on top.
It's a good header by Goldburn into the feet of Sully, who looks to flick it in behind for Reece Thompson, but UCLan just struggling to get a foot on the proceedings in the last 5 minutes or so, but it's Ntumba who does well to find Sully, and he looks to release Thompson. It's Bembo who does well there as it falls to the skipper Barlow. A good challenge by Mitchell, and it's Barlow backtracking, still with Mitchell, he looks to fire it in behind, but it's straight into the arms of Will Vaughan, and it's the experienced goalkeeper will just take a minute to take the sting out of the game before rolling it out to Harry Bowen on this near side.
Yeah, it just seems that Edgehill are winning the midfield battle, and again it's lost, and it's played into Eric Durnell on this wide side.
It's poor from Harry Bowen, and Durnell does well to get in behind and capitalise, and it'll be a corner to Edgehill on this near side, and it does look like UCLan so far are just a bit shaken by that early goal, not managing to recover. It will be a corner kick on this near side, and Reece Thompson just coming across to get some words of encouragement from Nathan State, not quite getting into the game so far. It will be a corner kick to Edgehill, and Bilal, as we wait for Jack Foy to take over the next stage of commentary, just your thoughts on the game so far?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, Edgehill with their first corner of the game. UCLan will be hoping to obviously get this out and obviously get back into the game. But I think bit of a stoppage there. Obviously, the referee wasn't quite ready there. The corner will be taken on this near side. In swinging delivery goes in. Oh, and it's cleared away. And it's with Regan Mitchell. Back with Adatsi, switches it out back onto this near side. Bailey. Oh, and ricochets back off to the goalkeeper, and Will Vaughan collects.
Good afternoon, and we are back. Thank you to Ernie. It has been a strong 15 minutes in terms of varsity football, but UCLan haven't found that key to that locket of just yet. We'll currently have the ball on that far side. Reece Thompson, the ball comes flying in. And it has been a rough 15 minutes for UCLan. They've been losing those battles in the midfield. But then a great tackle there by Qureshi. A wonderful challenge there. What do you think so far then, Bilal?
Yeah, obviously the foul just given away there. But UCLan, they just need to get stuck in. I mean, it's definitely the midfield battle they are losing at the moment. And if they do get control of that midfield, the chances will come for them.
Brilliant. I completely agree. Blessing Agaro, I think, has been that vital point for UCLan so far, winning those challenges. He's been the outlet for the side. But Edgehill currently have the ball in that midfield area, looking for a throw-in. And the ball comes flying in over to the far end, dealt with. And it will be Ntumba to play it long, looking for Reece Thompson. But it's played back out. A lot of end-to-end stuff, long kicks. Both teams still almost looking to try settle into this game. The fullback will take it. Number 11 for Edgehill. Dancing feet there. Plays it wide to his left centre-back.
Edgehill doing well, just obviously to switch it from far side to near side.
And it's won back brilliantly there by Blessing Agaro. They will look for a foul. It's to stop the counter-attack there. Number 10 for Edgehill. Don't think the referee will... Oh, he might be. Okay. And it's a free kick here for...
Just as this free kick's being played, we're going to hand it over to Brandon Whiteside, who's at the volleyball.
Well, it's been a bit of a bad day for UCLan women's in volleyball. Unfortunately, they have lost 2-0 against Edgehill, but the men's taking away a 2-1 victory earlier on is fantastic. But what a tight game both sets were that Edgehill won, only by a few points either way. But that's all it for volleyball today. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, it was Tom Robinson there with the update on the volleyball. UCLan looking to get back control of this game
There's
here.
a foul there by UCLan, a bit of a soft one by the referee. Edgehill will look to break quickly. Number 11 charging down that line It's Matty Hawkins. It's taken out there quite comfortably by Ntumba. Looks for the captain. It'll go wide over to Blessing Agaro. Play a long ball over to Hodgkins. Hodgkins on that left-hand side.
Correction, it's Thompson.
Thompson, sorry. Reece Thompson. Drives in the middle. He takes the shot. Blocked out by an Edge Hill defender. And it's a very strong tackle by Edge Hill, which is welcomed by that away crowd.
Yeah, UCLan doing much better on the transition. Reece Thompson there just driving in the middle, but the shot was blocked, but UCLan are on the front foot here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Bilal. And there is going to be a bit of a stoppage here. The ball's gone quite far out. And this is varsity football, isn't it, Bilal? Very end-to-end, aggressive football.
Yeah,
what does UCLan have to change now?
I mean, I think it's just getting more control of the game. Obviously, both teams will be up for it. Edge Hill in particular, they might just want to sit back on the lead, but for UCLan, they have to assert their dominance and get control back.
Yeah, the worst thing for UCLan now would be to concede again. You could say out of the two teams that Edge Hill have had the better chances, but UCLan aren't down and out of just yet. We're very early doors into this game. A bit of head tennis early on in that right-hand side from those throw-ins. It's played over to the right side. Sully Koreshi can't do much with it, but it is played out. There's Blessing Agaro. He's going to drive with it, take the shot. It's bouncing, turning, but cleared by another Edge Hill defender. And that seems to be a similar dance that UCLan are taking at the minute. But they are going to recycle the ball. Here's 3, Louis Rogers. He's got time. He's playing great football with Reece Thompson.
Thompson just manages to keep it in, but it's good defending.
Good challenge there by Edge Hill, but he has gone down with a bit of a knock there. Gets straight back up. And it is going to be Louis Rogers to take the throw. Blessing. It's just bouncing around. No one can really get a hold of that ball in the box. Neither Reece Thompson or Leon Hodgkins. Edge Hill will break out on that usual right-hand side.
Bailey switches it.
Plays it wide, and then Ntumba will pick up the pieces. He's been brilliant so far. Confident on the ball, will settle his defence. Good player so far. Bowen driving forward, goes to Blessing. We'll find a long ball over to Reece Thompson, who will chase it. And it goes out for a throw-in. And although there's not been many opportunities for Reece Thompson, you can't blame his resilience to chase that ball. Throw-in is found to Louis Barlow. Ball goes in, and there's just no answer there in that box. Score is currently 1-0 to Edge Hill. Mistake from the goalkeeper, Will Vaughan, who actually used to play as a striker. Alex Tracy, what you thought so far on this first half?
I think that Edge Hill have been the dominant team. You kind of getting into the game, playing a lot of long balls, but it's a good cross here now. Oh, he doesn't find anyone. It's a bit of a lack of quality towards the end of the field.
Yeah, definitely in that final third, there definitely seems to be it almost looks like there's an extra man for Edge Hill.
Yeah, definitely in that midfield. They win the battle all the time.
Completely outrun. It will be a restart. Referee grabs the balls. Now 2 footballs on the pitch. And if you are just joining us, it is 1-0 to Edge Hill. Very classy goal. It was just flicked in through the keeper's legs, Will Vaughan. But other than that, not too many hard-cut chances so far, Alex Tracy.
I think it's been all Edge Hill, really. They've had 2 or 3 half chances. Good saves from Will Vaughan. Can't remember a UCLan chance, really. He needs to step it up, really.
25 minutes gone here, we're approaching, and it's just about halfway through the first half, and UCLan really needs to change something soon. Blessing Agaro looks for a body. They're looking for those long balls, UCLan. I think they do believe that final third, 2 very resilient attackers can make that difference with those long balls. They've got the pace on those defenders, definitely, as we can see here with Leon Hodgkins chasing the ball. It's a long ball from the goalkeeper.
It's a very scrappy game, isn't it?
And we're going to take a quick break here as we go to Etienne Jones, who's going to be taking us through the netball.
Hiya, we're here at the Sports Centre. Sorry, I was too really focused on the action. Edgehill have just pegged another point back, but they're still 6 points behind UClan. You've just missed half-time. UClan are in control. We'll give you a quick update on what happened earlier as well with the badminton. The men's drew their game, but the women's double won, meaning they take another point for Varsity. Back to you in the studio.
And it will either be Louis Barlow or Harry Bowen to take this long free kick.
Both,
but we are looking
both left-footed, Jack, so an in-swinger definitely.
Agreed, but we are going to get some treatment for the Edgehill captain. Although there is a bit of a rivalry here between UClan and Edgehill, we do want the best for both teams' health.
So it's a brilliant atmosphere in it, Jack. A lot of argy-bargy on the sidelines, a lot of chanting.
Yeah, wonderful atmosphere. It's what Varsity's about, really, Alex Tracy. All kinds of noise, and at the end, people could go for a drink and have a nice time.
Oh, exactly. And quite a tense battle on the pitch. A lot of heavy challenges, scrappy.
Yeah, it might be good for UClan to get that breather. I think at half-time there'll have to be some sort of change if they're looking for a goal.
Yeah, definitely.
It is definitely those, the quality's there. We're going to be going to Charlie Boyer now during this stoppage, who's going to take us through the hockey.
Yeah, UClan lead by 6-4, and we are in the closing stages, and it looks to be UClan's day so far. A close range tap in from a penalty corner put the home team further ahead at the start of the second half, but Edgehill scored 2 successive goals to put them right back in this contest. Another dimension was added to the battle as UClan were reduced to 10 players in the majority of the second half. But some heroic defending, including an off-the-line clearance, kept them in front. UClan have fired in their 6th of the afternoon, but just as the supporters go out, Edgehill have got a penalty to make the game 6-5. We're in for a grandstand finish the last few minutes. UClan lead by 6-5.
I've been really impressed with Fred and Tumber as well, Louis Barlow.
Leading by example as a captain. You've got to do in that midfield. The Edgehill defence is holding up very well, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, we're going to pass over to the volleyball now with who's going to take us through with an interview.
Well, an unfortunate loss for UClan today, 2-0 to Edgehill. I'm here with Georgia, the captain. Georgia, what do you take from that game?
It was a tough game. The girls worked really hard. I'm very proud of what we brought to the court today, even if we lost. There was a lot of passion, and I'm really proud of my team, even with the loss. So.
Thank you, Georgia. Back to you in the studio.
Bit of trouble there for Will Vaughan, who's usually a very, very experienced keeper, but in times like this...
Early on in the game as well, it's the start of the game, he's probably just getting into it, and it comes to him straight away. It's a good touch by number 9. I think he was the goal scorer, Eric Durnall.
Yeah, we're back underway here, and it was a wonderful tackle there from Sully Qureshi. And
it was a foul.
Lots of shouts coming there from
Free
the
kick.
sideline. Referee will give the free kick. It's a great chance for UClan.
I think they've got a left foot or a right foot on this one.
If you are joining us just now, it is 1-0. We are 28 minutes in. Edgehill are 1-0 up, and you can catch us here for not just the football, but all sports in general happening at Varsity this year.
Dean's going to shoot from here.
I'm just trying to figure out who's taking it. We are
number 9.
Slightly obscured by the view. It's Reese Thompson who's going to have this.
Oh, he looks like he's going to shoot from here.
He's holding it with his left boot. It's on the right-hand side. I do wonder what the manager will be saying to these players. Nathan Saint, obviously, he's been in charge of the club for a couple of years now.
I know it's gone to number 3.
It's gone to number 3. That is Lewis Rogers, who's going to play an ins. He might have a shot here. We'll see what happens. Ball flies in with speed. Comes off some Edgehill deflections. It doesn't go far enough. and it will be Blessing Agaro with the ball. He's a big body. And that is Craig Hassan Anus, who's the centre-back of the three. And he's very high up. You can see that UCLan out.
It's a ball.
Up for it.
Oh, he's offside.
He will be just offside there. That was Leon Hodgkins, who finally finds himself in a position to shoot. But it is unfortunately offside. And it's going to restart here with the goalkeeper, and Alex Tracy is going to take us through his thoughts of this first 30 minutes.
It's been a very scrappy affair, like it always should be at Varsity. It's a high intensity, high aggression game. It's been a good watch so far, but UCLan need to step it up in the second half if they want to win this game.
Good afternoon, Alex. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Bobby.
It's been a very scrappy start to the game, hasn't it?
Indeed it has. Back of an Edge Hill free kick.
On the far side. And it's smashed into the 18-yard box, and it's gone right the way through, and Will Vaughan, the keeper, comes and collects.
It's gone for a goal kick, I think, Bobby. It's gone for a goal kick.
Our restricted view didn't help us out there, did it? It's punted long past the halfway line by Will Vaughan. The header is lost by Lewis Barlaw.
So lots of long balls, isn't there, Bobby?
Yes, not really any patterns of play. But here's
There we
Lewis
go.
Barlaw inside the Edge Hill half. Blessing Igaro driving towards the defence. It's defended well, and it's cleared up to Fred and Tumba, who does well to get the first and second contact before again being pumped along by Edge Hill. There's a 50-50 on the far side where Craig Bassano Anas has come out worst off, and now he is Edge Hill coming forwards, and it's a free kick on the edge of the area. And I think that's Lewis Barlow who gave that one away.
It's not a free kick for me. It's a hard challenge, but it's fair, I think.
No, I don't know about that one. But it's a free kick for Edge Hill in a very dangerous position. 20-25 yards out on the left-hand side. The score stands at 1-0 still to Edge Hill, with 33 minutes on the clock. Could they double the lead from this free kick? The Edge Hill man stands over the free kick now, ready to take it. Referee puts his whistle to his mouth. It's stepped up, it's hit, it's deflected off the wall, it's going
for a corner.
Out for a corner. The keeper was wrong-footed there. Almost dropped into that far corner.
A lot of Edge Hill pressure here. It's been a story of the half, hasn't it, Bobby, really?
UCLan haven't started well. I don't know what needs to happen for them to click into gear, but something needs to change.
I think Edge Hill are very, very good defensively, very compact, not let anything through.
No, not at all. There's been nothing loose, nothing, anything.
And they've been quite good on the counter as well. They've had a few chances where miss-hit or good save from the keeper, Will Vaughan. UCLan got to step it up.
It's far, it's high, it's long, it's deep. It's avoided everyone. It's a high foot. The referee's playing advantage as UCLan come away with it. It's Suleiman Qureshi down the right-hand side, comes back into danger, and the referee stops the game. As I think it's Blessing Agaro
Head injury, yeah.
Head injury. It was a very high foot from the Edge Hill man, and there could be a long break in play here. Definitely a foul. Right decision from the referee. And the physio makes his way onto the pitch to make sure everything is okay.
Very high boot.
Yeah, it was. The referee tried playing advantage, but Igaro was down with an injury. The right decision was made in the end.
I'm sure he'll be all right. Let's carry on.
Big frame, hasn't he, Igaro,
Yeah.
physically. He's trying to get hold of the ball and drive at that defence,
Yes.
but it's a struggle at the minute with how strong that Edge Hill back line are holding up.
He's really compact. You can't get through him at all.
No. Just the one goal separating the sides at the minute.
Liam Painter with the strike. It was a nice little flick finish as well, wasn't it, early on?
Yeah, straight through Will Vaughan's legs. It's a tough start for UCLan, and they've not really retaliated since. It's been all Ed Hill, really.
Igaro is up, and I think it's going to be a free kick here to UCLan inside their own penalty area. Good crowd on as well for this varsity game.
It's been a great atmosphere on it from both teams,
Bit
both
of
sides.
banter from both sets of fans. Strong away following as Will Vaughan punts the ball up past the halfway line. It's a strong header from the defender there from Edge Hill. And it's picked up by Suleiman, who flicks it on, but again punted forwards. Really not taking any danger, but the second ball is dropped for Edge Hill. It's on the edge of the area. Challenge there ridden by the attacker. And Edge Hill playing it down this right-hand side. Into the middle, it's number 11. Hits the strike, low and hard deflected, and the goalkeeper picks it up with ease.
Not enough to test Will Vaughan, that.
And he rolls it out quickly to his right-hand side. He gets it back from his defender, and then goes to his left centre half. He's coming forward with it, under no pressure. Back to the goalkeeper. This is what they need, just a minute or two on the ball as Will Vaughan punts it forward. It's a good header as the ball nearly hits us on the head there, Alex.
Duck under there.
To UCLan on the halfway line.
They've relied on the long ball, that haven't they, UCLan? They've not been much right patterns of play, said before. It's more. They have got runners in behind, but it's not really working for now, I don't think.
It's a flick on by Blessing Agaro and out for another throw in line with the Edge Hill 18-yard line. Score still 1-0 here at the UCLan Sports Arena to Edge Hill. About 37 minutes gone in the game, approaching half-time. And it's Hodgkins here on the ball. It's Reece Thompson, apologies. Into Blessing Agaro on the left-hand side. Delivery into the box. It's a dangerous ball. It's flicked onto the back post. And it's headed out, and it's a corner ball to UCLan. Probably the best chance of the game for UCLan.
Yeah, definitely. A bit of danger in there for once. A bit of a testing ball, and the keeper's gone down, I think, here.
Yeah. He's got back to his feet.
He looks a bit worried under that ball. He looks a bit.
Didn't look comfortable.
No, not at all.
It was a very testing ball from Blessing Agaro, pinning it on the keeper.
It's a very sunny day as well. It can impact you.
It absolutely can. Chris Kirkland is in attendance. Can we borrow his cap?
Thompson on the corner.
Delivered into the penalty area, and it's past a few UCLan players. It's not out totally by Edge Hill, who eventually punt it forward. And again, no messing about from the Edge Hill back line. Will Vaughan under some pressure here, does well to clear the ball past halfway.
A lot of bounce in here.
Once, twice.
Oh, he's giving it, referee.
The referee has given the foul against UCLan for a nudge in the back there, and just a little bit of a pressure easer for Edge Hill as they can take a minute to breathe now. Liam Painter strike earlier on, his little flick past Will Vaughan, the only goal so far. It's UCLan 0, Edge Hill 1 as we're back underway. Leon Hodgkins putting pressure on the Edge Hill back line as the defender drives forward past halfway, down to his winger on the right hand side. He holds the ball up well and wins the free kick.
We're not seeing enough of that Fever team are driving from the back. It's all been long balls, but it's worked very well there.
Yeah, he did well to hold the ball up there. He knew what he wanted. He wanted a free kick, and that's absolutely what he got.
Can Edge Hill make a bit of danger now, just like UCLan did then?
Chance to pump the ball into the box, get some of the big lads up. And it is delivered high and deep into the back post. It drops. Blessing Agaro does well. It comes from the blind side there, wins the ball and gets his team out of danger, and possibly they might break here.
On the counter here.
Here's Leon Hodgkins.
Oh,
tries to play a ball to his strike partner, Reece Thompson, on the left-hand side. He picks it up. He's got minimal support, driving in towards the centre of the field, looking for some players. He finds Fred and Sumba. It's Louis Rogers tries to play a little 1-2 with Reece Thompson, but it was good defending there from the Edge Hill 13.
Very tenacious from Edge Hill there, just to win the ball back and ease the pressure on them there, because it could have been a good counter opportunity that if the ball was right to Thompson.
Edge Hill trying to play the way out of danger here. Louis Rogers got a touch on that, and it will be a throw in to Edge Hill, just past the halfway line. Referee's not happy with something. the throwing's gone UConn's way. Not sure if I agree with that one, but it's underway quickly. Reece Thompson takes it. Blessing Agaro with a nice little flick to get past his man.
Very done, very well
him
there.
again. And one more time. Twisting and turning in the midfield. Plays a nice little ball over the top. And it's kept hold of by UCLan. And here's Suleiman Qureshi. Goes back to Craig, Masano, and S.
The captain in here. It's a loose ball and it's claimed by Jill again.
It was a blind ball, and it's a lovely turn by the Edge Hill
Great
number 9.
challenge.
But across comes the UCLan defender with a sliding challenge. We've got news that Etienne is at the netball with some news for us. Etienne, what's going on?
Hiya, you join me just as we begin the fourth quarter of the game. UConn will want this sport to continue because Edge Hill is slowly making their way back into the game. It's 38-34 to UConn. Edge Hill must have had 3 or 4 shots in a row now, and UConn need to relieve the pressure. Back to you in the studio.
It's a UConn free kick in their own half, punted into the 18-yard box, headed away strongly, out to Blessing Agaro. It's a great touch to turn the first goal. And here's Reece Thompson on the edge of the box, trying to work space for his shot. It's a nice 1-2 with Leon Hodgkins.
The offside.
But the ball, the offside flag has gone up, or is it a goal kick? I'm not sure. But
it's offside, I think, Bobby.
It was a dead ball, free kick for Edge Hill. A nice little bits of play there.
They're starting to wake up a bit, UConn, but Edge Hill still
having to work in small spaces.
Yeah.
Edge Hill are really closing down on that. They're making them work here. But Blessing Agaro is willing to do that as he's pressing the back line there. But they've beat the press. But Craig Brasano-Anes wins it back. The referee's given the free kick for the little push there, and he's not happy.
He has given quite a lot, the ref, hasn't he? He's given a lot of. I mean, they were fouls, to be fair.
There's not really been a strike on goal, has there, from UCLan? The Edge Hill keeper has not had a save to make.
I think the best 2 players have been in centre half, and that says a lot for him.
I agree. The Edge Hill defence has been quite terrific. Not played about with any danger at all, but kept the ball on the floor when they've had the chance to. And here come Edge Hill under a little bit of pressure there.
Well, there we go.
The ball goes up into the air.
There.
It's a great header from the UCLan player. It's out for a throw into UCLan. Fred and Tumba comes across to take it. And we're going over to the hockey for Charlie Boyer with some news for us.
Well, UCLan have done it in the women's hockey. They've won by 6-4, and we're joined by Natalie Metcalf. So what's your assessment of the game?
Yeah, it was a good game. Kept on top the whole time with a 1 or 2 goal in head. Lots of nice gameplay up and down the pitch. A few fouls which led to penalty flicks. But overall, yeah, very good win.
And a fast start for UCLan, but you were dragged into a bit of a battle at times. What got you over the line in the end?
Just working all together as a team, picking each other back up, and wanting to win from losing last year. Yeah.
And as you just mentioned, it is a bit of revenge from last year's defeat. League champions as well. A couple of goals for yourself today. How would you sum up the season?
Very good. It's been amazing captaining this year, and yeah, definitely been a big highlight today and winning the league.
Cheers, thank you very much for that.
Thanks.
Well done.
Thanks for that, Charlie. Not much has happened here. At the football,
On the stroke of half time, Bobby.
Punts it forward, getting very close to half time. There's 2 minutes to go now. Edge Hill hold the ball in the corner on the right hand side. They win themselves a throw in.
It's gone the UCLan way.
It's gone to the UCLan. The score still standing at 1-0 to Edge Hill, thanks to that Liam Painter early goal. With a minute to go in the first half.
I think the goals allowed Edge Hill to sit back a bit and not as have much pressure on them.
You're right, Alex. Absolutely. And here is Lewis Barlow out wide onto the left to Leon Hodgkins, trying to take on his man. Goes one way and then another, and it's a brilliant sliding challenge from Edge Hill's number 2, and it's out for a throw in. And if they want to do something in this first half, they're going to have to do it quickly, aren't they?
Yeah, it has to be now. There's not long left in this first half. I don't imagine he'll play much added time either. There's not been many stoppages.
It's chipped into the area by Louis Rogers. There seems to be a few flailing arms there, but the referee waving away any possible penalties, and the ball smashed forward.
So all meeting the ball very well.
And it's coming straight back at UClan, and it's missed there by the number 5, Lucas Goldborn.
The hero
11
of
for
last
Edge
year.
Hill, picks it up, driving towards goal, looking to take a strike on it, hits it, it's deflected, but Will Vaughan gets down. He went one way, had to go the other, and he did well to make sure that it wasn't 2-0 to Edge Hill.
Despite his early mistake, he's made a lot of saves in this game, at least 4 or 5. They were comfortable, but he had to make them.
Expect him to make, but like I say, he had made them. But now here's Louis Rogers, goes in towards his striker. Reece Thompson does well to keep hold of the ball. He's got 3 men around him. Turning once, turning twice, trying to find space for a ball. He goes back to Rogers. It's delivered into the area. Keeper comes to claim, and he does really well this time round. We were saying he didn't look comfortable the last time there was a ball into the area.
Extremely good keeping there. Extremely good keeping. Made his presence known and commanding.
Into added time now in the first half here at the UClan Sports Arena, where it stands UClan 0, Edge Hill 1, thanks to that Liam Painter early flick into the net. The whistle could go any minute now. It's punted forward, and now here come Edge Hill. It's good defending. Fred and Tumble with his back to goal goes back to his defender, Lucas Goldborn. The slightly skewed ball, but it finds Leon Hodgkins on the left-hand side. Down the flank to Lewis Barlow. He tries taking on his man. It's good defending, and it's out for a goal kick. He did well to see him out there. A little bit of handbags, pushes.
Bit of argy-bargy.
Nothing that we don't expect down here today.
It's going to be a tense game here. Both teams do not like each other.
It's a goal kick, and Edge Hill taking the time here, as you expect. The goalkeeper trotting back towards the 6-yard line, placing it on his spot. I think he's playing for half-time now, isn't he?
Definitely. Loves to go into half-time 1-0. It's the ideal start for him, really, isn't it?
They couldn't have asked for anything better. Punted forward, it's a good touch by the Edge Hill man. Goes back to the defender, he goes back long, looking for his striker. It's flicked on. And it comes back to Will Vaughan, who tries to clear the ball, but it's blocked by the Edge Hill man. And they keep hold of the ball, and it's a ball down the line. And here's the goal scorer, Liam Painter. Gets the ball into the box towards the back post. It's just too high for the striker, and it's out for a goal kick. But that was a chance. A step backwards, and that's a perfect ball to head the ball into the back of the net, isn't it?
Threatening again, yeah. Just been all over UClan in that final third.
That really could have been a game changer if that one found its way into the back of the net. But luckily, UClan is just still the one down.
They have to go into half-time at 1-0, as the chances are going to be
It's
slim
not
in the
game
second
over.
half.
It's not game over yet. But if that found its way into the back of the net, then it was a mountain to climb for UClan. Will Vaughan punts forward. I would say the header is one. It's off the back of Leon Hodgkins. Blessing Igalo tries to
free kick in.
Find his way out. He did find his way out of a bit of a tight spot there, but the referee blows up for a free kick to UClan. Possibly a final chance to get the ball into the box and find a goal.
This would be a perfect chance for UClan now to get an
Reece Thompson, the
equaliser.
striker, stands over the free kick.
Take a lot of set pieces, and he expected to be in the box, but if it's working for him, then keep with it.
It's delivered towards the back post. It's flicked on. It's out of danger by UClan. It's flicked on once more. Louis Rogers chases the ball and sees it out for a throw-in. Well defended again by Edge Hill, time and time again. And the referee pulls the game to a close. It's half-time with a score, UClan 0, Edge Hill 1. Alex Tracy, what's your take on that?
Well, Edge Hill have been the better team so far, really. That Liam Payer early goal set the tone for what they're going to do. UClan have been better the past 15-20 minutes, but not enough to threaten Edge Hill yet. Need a lot more in the second half.
I agree, it's not game over just yet, but something needs to change, and I'm sure our presenters in the studio, Will Judd and Amy Palmer, will tell us more. Over to you in the studio.
Welcome back, and thanks to our commentary team at the arena and to our update reporters.
Joining us in the studio once again are our pundits Seb Mellis and Ross Chapman. Ross, we'll come to you first. 1-0 down. It's been a tight game. It's been a really scrappy game as well.
Yeah, scrappy is definitely the word, Will. I think for the first 5 minutes, it looked like Edge Hill were finding the rhythm in the game, but then after that, so it's been really scrappy. No teams really had a foothold of the ball. Of course, Edge Hill do find themselves a goal to the good, and UCLan have come back from this position before, but I think at the moment, the way it's going, UCLan will have to do something quite special in the second to recover.
Yeah, like you mentioned, obviously last year it was a comeback win for UCLan. We're going to need something special again. How possible do you think that is?
I think there's been 1 or 2 moments of quality, like we talked about before the game, the likes of Blessing Igaharo over the season. He's really good at creating moments out of nothing, and he almost did that. We'll get onto that in just a second. But he scored 3 goals. He can have those moments out of absolutely nowhere. I think the same can be said of Reece Thompson as well, and Leon Hodgkins.
Seb, just to you, Edge Hill scored obviously in the first half. Just talk us through that goal for us, will you?
Well, it was a scrappy start. You could tell there was a bit of nerves on both ends. No one could really get hold of the ball, but it was a attack down the left flank from Edge Hill. They've quickly put it in within 3 minutes, and it's just a back heel from Liam Payne to 1-0, and there you go. But since then it's been pretty even end-to-end football. It's not. No one's been on top. There's been moments where Edge Hill have been on top, moments where UCLan have been on top, but Edge Hill are in the lead, and UCLan will be looking to get one back.
It's got to be a bit of a dagger in the heart, hasn't it, to concede so early on. But UCLan came back at it, and later on in that first half, we had a big chance, didn't we? How close did we come to scoring?
Well, a cross from Blessing Igaharo on the left-hand side. He's touched it there, played it across the box, and gone for the header, but they couldn't get onto it. The defender just knocked it out. That has been the closest chance, and it's not actually that big of a chance, to be fair. But UCLan, they definitely need something to get back.
Ross, you mentioned a couple players. Who else are we going to be looking at to really drive this team forward? Who are the talismen of this team that can try and get some of those goals or sort of G up the team to get forward up the pitch?
I think you're looking at maybe, from what we're seeing, UCLan have gone 5 at the back, and there's a lot of pace down those flanks. So you're looking at the likes of Shully Qureshi, who I've seen quite a few times this season has caused left-sided players a lot of issues. So I think he was causing a problem sort of earlier on in the game. He had a chance himself that just went wide of the mark. It was a half chance, albeit, but I think his pace and the midfield combination of Brendan Tumber and Lewis Barlow are really 2 players to look out for in the second half.
I think the best chance at scoring is through the wings, because there's been a few chances they've got through the middle, just not got a good shot off. It's been rolling straight into keeper's hands. So for UCLan right now, you've got to be focusing down that wings, because that's where they look the most dangerous.
Yeah.
Now we're heading back to the netball, where Etienne is going to tell us what is happening.
Thank you, Amy. You join me at a new camera, and I'm here to tell you with 4 minutes left, UCLan have a 6-point lead. They're on their way to another varsity victory, as long as they can hold back their visitors. Thank you very much. Back to the studio.
So obviously, if we just head back to the football, there was a lot of support you see at the netball. What were the supporters like at the football ground? And do you think they've been really egging on UCLan to try and get that goal to just equalise or even potentially go on to win?
Yeah, very noisy. I think there was a couple of sort of scrappy moments in the game, a couple of sort of coming togethers between players. I think Blessing Igaharo had a bit of a moment sort of midway through the first half, and you can see in the background all the UCLan faithful sort of geeing up Blessing.
Yeah.
There's like a huge number of support there, and that's fantastic to see. I'm aware that in the last few days, people around the committee of UCLan FC have said, come down, support the lads, and they definitely have done that. And as Ernie mentioned on commentary, Edge Hill are in high numbers as well, so it should be a really good game in terms of sort of the atmosphere.
To sort of raise awareness of an event like this, what sort of did UCLan FC do to get this amount of support down? Because a lot of time at uni sport, there has been a bit of suffering with people going down. So Varsity's a big event, and it's great to see all this support. But what do you think is the build-up?
Yeah, I think the good thing that UCLan FC have done in the last couple of days is they've supported rugby and basketball, and in turn, rugby and basketball will come down and support them. I think the other good thing is that the futsal games and the 5-a-side games, the 11-a-side games are also different times, so those lads can come and support the team as well. There's a real community within sort of the football side of things at UCLan, and that definitely shows today.
Yeah, brilliant community, and we're going to go over where all of the community is enjoying the game at the moment to the UCLan Arena, where Lindsay Grogan has someone to talk to.
Back at the UCLan Sports Arena, where UCLan men's are losing 1-0 after half-time. We're here with Jared Moran, a first-year UCLan student who's also on the men's second football team. Jared, what do you think of the game so far?
I think we're unlucky to be 1-0 down. I just think we've been the better team so far, had most of the ball. Just a sloppy mistake to put us 1-0 down, and I think we'll get back in it.
What do you think has let you down?
Just that one sloppy mistake. I think quite often we've not won the second ball in midfield, which we need to fix up. And it's also the first time playing this position for a while. This shape, the formation. So I think they're getting used to it, and they got better during the second half.
And Jared, what about the support? There's been so much support compared to the rest of the season. How is this?
There's a lot more people here. It's much better. I think second half it will get louder, and I hope there's not too much aggro with Edge Hill.
And what do you believe that UCLan need to do to take it into the second half and win this game?
Just play a little bit quicker. It's been quite slow on the ball at times, and also just get shots off. I think we've had maybe one shot on target, maybe two. Get shots on, test the keeper.
Okay, thank you, Jared. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you very much, Lindsay and Amelia. So just quickly, the second half is about to get underway. They mentioned there what we need to do to try and improve and score a few goals in this second half, but that Edge Hill defence has been so strong, hasn't it?
Well, it's been solid throughout. They've not had many big chances, as we've said. So I think their best way now of breaking down that defence is using the pace on the wings. That is where the strongest UCLan, and that's where maybe Edge Hill might be the weakest. But as of right now, they've not shown much weakness, so it's really on UCLan to figure them out and get a goal back.
Ross, just to you, 45 minutes is a lot of time, and UCLan can get this back. But do you think that will require some substitutions from their bench, perhaps, to maybe just battle that Edge Hill defence a little bit more?
Yeah, quite possibly. I think over the course of the season, UCLan have relied on substitutions quite a lot, and you look at the variation of players on that substitutes bench, players who've played at all different levels this season. You look at someone like Ben Ashcroft in the midfield, who could come on, do a bit of a job. Like we said, the midfield's a bit stagnant at the moment, a bit frustrating maybe. So he can maybe come on and add a new dynamic to that midfield. The physicality of Jason Iyayi and the pace of Rahula Alizadeha could really add to the second half.
Surely they can't just rely on the bench. Will it get to a stage in the second half, if they're still 1-0 down, would a change of system be needed?
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. I think there has to be a point, maybe 60-65 minutes, and if something still isn't working, you need to go from a 5-back to maybe a 4-back, maybe try and leave nothing else out there and really go for it.
Seb, just quickly, do you think the scrappy nature of this game, is that going to help UCLan in the second half, or are they going to look to bring a little bit more structure?
In a sense, yes, it could, because it could put them in a position where they put them in a goal-scoring position, but you can't rely on that to win a game. At the end of the day, you cannot rely on for it to happen naturally. They've got to play better. They're playing well enough, and they're getting close to chances, but they've got to perform. But yes, it could happen. It could help.
Can you see it happening though? How realistic do you think it is to get back in this game?
Well, no, it's definitely realistic. They've done it before. They did it last year and they won the game. So yeah, it's definitely realistic. But we'll have to see.
Seb, Ross, thank you very much. We're going to head back then to our commentary team for the second half.
Actually, apologies for that. We are back in the studio. We're just going to have one more minute while that side gets prepared. Ross, just back to you really quickly. Obviously, they're going to be wanting to get that extra goal, just even to equalise. Do you think they could go on to win and take home Varsity?
I think potentially. You look at the amount of goals that have been scored this season. Reece Thompson and Leon Hodgkins, they've scored between themselves this season 13 goals. So they can have those moments where they find the back of the net. They just need, I think it's that final, that bit before the final bit, in fact, the service and getting the balls into the box. Like we talked about, Blessing Igharo sort of created the main chance for UCLan, and that was only really a half chance. So we need to create those opportunities a bit more often. Need to open Edge Hill up a bit, because they've been very stubborn so far.
Do you think the sort of scrappiness of the game will sort of see some yellow-red cards that maybe UCLan really can't afford to give away?
Yeah, quite possibly. I think it's the nature of Varsity where if things aren't going a team's way, or I think it could be the case for both teams where the rivalry will really start to come into it in the second half, and you'll start to see a few meaty challenges and a few bits of dirty talk perhaps as well, and we'll just wait and see what happens.
Seb, as a player yourself, how easy is it for you to lose your head in the second half, especially if you're 1-0 down?
course, yeah. I mean, there's been a few shouts throughout this game already, and you can tell it's like a cup final to him. It is, and you know you can't not get caught up in it sometimes. And sorry, I just had to touch on him. Leon Hodgkins, by the way, great story. He started in the fourths at the start of this year, and he's now made it into the first for the varsity game. And he's been an attacking role this game. He's had a few shots off, not quite good enough, but if I can see a goal coming, it might be for him.
We are just going to head back to the netball. Etienne, is there any more updates for us?
Won. It's the third year in a row. It's 56-49. And for an interview, I've got Jen. Jen, congratulations. How does this moment feel for you?
Feels really good. We've been winning all season. We've only lost 2 winners of the league, going up to Tier 1 and hopefully up from here.
Just what will this win mean to you and the girls today?
I mean, for me, it was my last game. For a few of us, it was our last game. So it meant a lot to win. We worked all year for Varsity. So it's coming up to this moment, really.
If you had to pick out a standout performer from your team today, who would it be?
I think Erin really stepped up today, but I think all the girls put in 100%.
Well, all the girls deserve that trophy today. Congratulations.
Thanks.
UClan are your varsity netball winners.
Well, now, guys, I'm going to ask you, what are your score predictions for the second half? Are we going to turn it around?
I think we might even see this go like the full distance potentially. I really think that we can pull this back in the second half. If we get the substitutions right, if we may tweak the formation slightly, we can maybe try and open up Edge Hill a bit more, and we can maybe go all the way.
Got to be optimistic. So I'm going to say it's going to be 2-1 to UClan with a late winner again.
Superb.
We are moments away from the second half to kick off, so we're going to hand back to the arena and let you enjoy that second half.
Thank you very much, Amy. We are waiting the second half. We'll just very quickly run through the teams once again for you. There's been a couple of changes here for UClan at half-time. It is number 17, Craig Pisano-Arnes, who has been replaced, and he's also Fred Untumba, who has been replaced in midfield. So a couple of changes with the system. Edge Hill just with a chance further up the pitch here as it moves out to the number 9. It's a shot and it hits a post. Straight away from Edge Hill. It's a brilliant start. Then it comes out to the number 8 again, who strikes from reach, and it's a beautiful strike. And Edge Hill double their lead.
It really isn't looking good here for UClan. 2-0 down, and just 1 minute in the second half, a goal from Regan Mitchell. What a strike.
Yeah, Regan Mitchell with a perfectly placed effort there into the keeper's right.
Really scrappy defending right there. Bouncing around the box, there was only one thing that was ever going to happen.
Well, early on it must have only been inside the first minute of the second half starting. And UClan will have a lot to do from here now, won't they, Oliver?
Yes, they will. They've got a mountain to climb now, and they just need to make sure that they get the next goal in the fixture.
Yes, well, just about those changes as well at half-time. Untumba is replaced by number 18, Ben Ashcroft, whilst Pisano-Arnes is replaced by Liam Painter. So maybe a change in system. It looks like it'll be straight to a 4-3-3 formation, and with 45 minutes to go, just under, it'll have to be some comeback from UClan men's. Edge Hill back with possession once again straight away. It's Hawkins who was taken down. Edge Hill, who have seemed to control the game quite well. It's after they got their opening goal 5 minutes in after a lovely flick from the striker, which the goalkeeper for UClan, Will Vaughan, will not be too happy with, but they've just seemed to control the game from there. It seemed to get a little bit more even, but Edge Hill just doing what they've had to so far. They have lost the ball here, though. It's won back by UClan and then headed forward by Bacon, and then UClan win the ball back again. It's a long ball towards the runner of Painter. Painter, as the goalkeeper comes out, clears that one away towards the centre circle. Header won by UClan, but Edge Hill do have the ball back again. Inception. It comes out to Sully. Sully turns away. It's a lovely little chop from him. He needs help, and then he does go back to his goalkeeper, Vaughan. The right back, Sully, who
former Spurs Academy. He's definitely, you can see he's got that quality and composure on the ball. As UCLan look to work and attack here. Painter just trying to flip that one on. It didn't really come to fruition. A lovely little flick in there from Leon, and then it was just straight to the goalkeeper, wasn't it? But Oliver, what will UCLan have to do for the rest of the second half to try and start some kind of comeback?
Well, I really think they just have to keep hold of the ball for a bit longer and sort of just then create some good opportunities to to try and reduce the deficit.
Yeah, I think they've got to try and win the ball back and hold on to it a little bit more to gain a little bit of control. Edge Hill have just seemed to do that really well. It's Mitchell who plays the ball in behind for Durnall. Durnall on the left side now. Can he get into the penalty area? It's a brilliant tackle in the end from Sully. Just mentioned about his quality and he's shown it there once again. Blessing Agaro, lovely turn from him. Now UCLan can break forward. And it's just a hoof really there from the number 6, Barlow, and I think he just needed to take a little bit off that, didn't he, Oliver?
Yeah, he just needs to take a little bit more time, just take a touch or two and think and just allow the runners to get forward.
If you're just showing us, it is around 5 minutes into the second half, and it is UCLan men's 0, Edge Hill 2. That second goal for Edge Hill coming very early into this second half. It was a brilliant strike from Regan Mitchell, who placed his shot, his powerful shot, into the keeper's right. Ball does come back into play, and it's won by Edge Hill and then sent flying into the air. Be another throw in. It's a bit further up this time for Edge Hill. Bacon throws long towards this side. It's won by UCLan and then Igaro looking for that run of Thompson. It was blocked and it just couldn't quite make its way there, but it is a throw-in for UCLan. It's been a bit of a better spell here for UCLan the last few minutes. Just trying to regain a little bit of control after that goal from Edge Hill a few moments ago. Here's Igaro. Plays it down the line looking for Painter, and it nearly found him, but eventually just does make its way to the Edge Hill goalkeeper. Headed forward by Bowen. Igaro again, he's been on the ball in the last few minutes quite often, and a long ball just is a little bit overhit once again for Thompson, who does look like he's moved out to this right wing. So as we mentioned, Oliver, maybe a bit of a change in system here for UCLan.
Well, you'd have to think they have to change something to give themselves a chance of getting back into this game, and maybe that will be the answer.
Bacon with the throw. Flicked on and then eventually a header won by Durnall. He's done well there. He has stayed down.
Never a foul in my opinion, but the referee thinks differently.
It's just a stoppage here for, seems to be a head injury for Durnall. I think he did just take a bit of a knock from the challenge of UCLan defender. Just with that break in play, Oliver, what can UCLan do in this final period just to try and, we've mentioned about the control that Edge Hill seem to have done quite well, but what can UCLan do to get it back into this?
Well, I think as I've already mentioned, they need to make sure they score. They do need to make sure they score the next goal, and the one way they're going to do that is by keeping possession of the ball and sort of getting more opportunities, which they weren't getting in the first half. But let's hope that changes.
Long ball forward towards Leon Hodgkins. I think maybe a foul over him at near side corner. Will be a free kick here for UCLan in quite a dangerous area, just to try and get a ball into the box and get runners on the end of it. See Lucas Goldburn, who'll definitely be a target here. He got 2 goals in this game last season, including the winner in a 4-3 win for UCLan in Varsity last year. That one was played at Edge Hill. Bit of pushing and shoving between Icaro and Dario there. Referee just having a word telling them to keep it peaceful.
It's not what we want to see, really. We just want to see a clean game between the two sides.
Free kick comes in. It's towards the centre of the goal. Goalkeeper pushed it away. And Dario has done really well there, but UCLan keep hold of the ball. Over on the far side, and then it's Barlow who kept the ball in play. It will be a throw-in though. 50 in there from UCLan players. It's just in the centre circle, and then now UCLan might have a chance. Here's Igaro, strikes from range. Oh my. It's a comfortable save in the end maybe from Dario, but he definitely did have to get his hands on it. It was a powerful strike from Igaro from range.
Fantastic spot to see the goalkeeper off his line there. So unlucky in the end, I think.
It's pumped forward by Dario and then bounces around the centre circle. Eventually UCLan try and get a hold of it, but they've not kept to it. It's a good interception there from Sully, who looks to get UCLan back on the attack, but they've lost the ball once again. Referee went to blow his whistle there, but play carries on. Here comes Edge Hill. Edge Hill looking for a third in this game, and then it's just ran too far from Bailey, and then Vaughan can just collect that quite comfortably. Vaughan with a long ball straight away up towards Thompson. It's headed away, and then Hodgkins trying to run on the end of that, didn't quite do so, and then it's a miscued clearance there. Might bounce around, and then Edge Hill can't quite pick it up. It will be a free kick for UCLan, a bit of a push in the back there. But UCLan in the last few minutes, Oliver, starting to try to build something, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really having a few good opportunities, and who knows, maybe they'll score the next goal, and maybe they'll get back into this fixture, which they have to do. It's essential, otherwise they're not going to retain the title come the end of the game.
Well, if you're just joining us, we're about 10 minutes into the second half. It is UCLan men's 0, Edge Hill 2. Long ball straight away from Vaughan up towards Thompson. Thompson might be in here. He's inside the penalty area. Gets across into the area, and then it's eventually cleared away. Dangerous opportunity there again for UCLan, who have been better on the ball in these last few minutes. Ball out wide towards Painter. Didn't quite reach him. It comes out to Garo. Looking for Painter again. It's intercepted now by Britton. And then eventually all the way back to Vaughan once again, who may look long. He does so. Looks out for Thompson. Thompson with a good touch. Takes it inside, but it's just a bit too far, and eventually cleared away by Edge Hill. Reece Thompson, who is top scorer this year for UCLan with 7 goals, he'll be looking to get his 8th today, and then maybe even his 9th as well if UCLan look to try and start a comeback. Here is Thompson inside the area, but it's nicked off him and cleared away by Edge Hill once again. Sully. Ball played down the line. Again, didn't really reach his target, but a lot more attacking territory now from UCLan, who are just trying to pin Edge Hill back. But it will be a goal kick there, despite the appeals from UCLan players for a corner. Dario will probably look long once again from this goal kick as he just places it down in no rush. Once again, if you are just joining us, we're approaching the hour mark. It is UCLan men's 0, Edge Hill 2. An opener inside the first 5 minutes from Edge Hill, and then the doubler inside the first minute of the second half. Throwing down the line, header won by Sully. It's out for another Edge Hill throw, just a bit further down this time. It'll be Bacon to throw again. Header won by Sully, and then Edge Hill back with the ball again. A dangerous area. It's Hawkins on that left side who gets a brilliant cross in towards that back post. Will it reach him? It's a good touch. And then a great tackle in the end. And now UCLan can attack. Here's Painter. Painter breaking at pace. Can he get down that left side? He cuts inside, plays a long ball, switches play towards Thompson, who does manage to retrieve the ball. Thompson on the right wing, taking on his man, cutting back onto his left foot, shoots! Brilliant goal!
What a finish by Thompson, right into the bottom left corner, and then they have reduced the deficit from 2 up to 2-1.
Well, UClan straight back into this game, and it's the comeback on, Oliver.
I think it could be, Morgan. They have the momentum now, and who knows where we can go from there.
Well, it's Reece Thompson's 8th goal of the season, and what a finish it was. He just cut in onto that left boot, and to be honest, I thought he was going to shoot with his right foot. He juked the defender, set it the wrong way, and that just opened up the space to bend it into that far corner. It's a brilliant goal.
Fantastic finish, and it's 2-1 to Edge Hill.
So Edge Hill get the play restarted. It's up towards Durnall. It'll be shepherded out by Bowen. Durnall does win the ball back. It's out for a UClan throw over on that far side with half an hour to go. Thereabouts. UClan with a lifeline there thanks to Reece Thompson. Throwing down the line up towards Igaro. Chests it down and then manages to retain the ball. UClan might have a bit of momentum now. And then it's played out towards Painter's challenging him there, and then Painter, brilliant interception. Now he tries to bring it forward. It's Thompson onside. Thompson in on goal. You can get UClan level here. Thompson 1-on-1. It's a brilliant save from Dario. Thompson once again for on goal, and the game has just switched like that, hasn't it, Oliver?
Exactly that. The momentum is really in their favour now. They're looking more and more likely that they'll get the equaliser.
And with that, we'll just now pass back over to Nathan for the next bit of commentary. Hello guys, I am Nathan Bradley. I'm here for the next 15 minutes of what has been an absolutely thrilling game. UClan finally getting the goal that they do deserve. And I must say, from the resulting corner that Morgan's just mentioned, there's been a very audacious scissor kick from Blessing.
Just give it in a second.
So we're going to go over to Charlie Boyer at the hockey as there is an update.
Well, it's UClan 1, Edge Hill 1. We played just over a quarter of an hour, and Edge Hill scored with the first real attack either side had in the game at that point. UClan were yet to get going really, and they've just sparked into life, but there is nothing between these two sides in the opening stages. Edge Hill landed the first punch of the contest, but UClan are right back in it with a penalty corner, and it's game on here. UClan 1, Edge Hill 1.
Thank you very much, Chaz. Like I say, it's been a very similar game here today. UClan struggling to get going in the first half, and the second half they are finally growing into the game. An absolutely brilliant strike from Reece Thompson, who has given UClan a lifeline. 2-1 the score is right now.
Seems to have got a bit of an issue over there, just by the Edge Hill goal.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on here, unfortunately. I think it is one of the Edge Hill students. He's causing some unneeded
trouble there, yeah.
Unneeded trouble. So let's just quickly move on from that, Oliver. What have you thought of today's game? It's been obviously it's a big goal out from Reece Thompson to give UClan some sort of chance to maybe sneak a draw here, take its penalties. We're not too sure yet. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, I think UClan really struggled in the first half. They couldn't get a rhythm going. They couldn't get anything going. It didn't seem like. But there's now into the second half. It seems like the momentum's with them.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good observation there, and it's an absolutely terrible tackle. That is outrageous. They're claiming that he's got the ball. I think it was the number 4 there, Adam Chadwick, claiming he's got the ball. It's absolutely stupid challenge, and it's going to be a free kick in what could be a threatening position if the delivery is right. It's going to be...
It's a good opportunity, this.
It's going to be the number 3, Louis Rogers, to take this one.
And he's swung it into the box deep. And he's flicked on. Oh, it's just past the post.
So close there. That was a fantastic opportunity for UConn to level the score.
Yeah, definitely. It was Lucas Goldburn, who scored the winner last year, was looking to make his mark on the game once again. And now there are 2 substitutions. The first of the game, if I'm right in saying. We're going to be seeing the removal of Leon Hodgkins. And also, I think it's Blessing Assad who has made way. So, as this goal kick has been taken, we're going to hand over to Mittaf, as there's been an update in the tennis.
Yes, UClan are 3-1 down to Edge Hill as more games are ongoing on in the tennis. The UClan women's team got 1 game back as they won 6-7, 6-3, 10-8 as Asherman Susan claimed the win.
Thank you very much, Mittaf. And now we are seeing UClan on the ball. It's a brilliant ball, looking for the forward man. And now here come Edge Hill. But it's well won back by the UClan midfield, and it's cleared away. I think that was Adam Chadwick once again. No, I am wrong, should I say. It was Max Bembo. He's got that ball clear. And here come UClan again. The whistle's been blown, unsure as to what for.
Oh, it sounds like there's a problem with the ball there. So Reese Thompson have it complaining to the referee.
Yeah, I think it went out of play before the fullback progressed up the field.
And we're back underway here.
It's been picked up by Ben Ashcroft, and here comes the goal scorer, Reese Thompson, looking for a ball down the wing. And it's gone out for an Edge Hill throw-in, unfortunately. UClan trying everything they can to get something from this game. If you are just joining us, it is UClan 1, Edge Hill 2. But here's the ball again with Reese Thompson. Obviously their danger man all season, their top goal scorer with 7 goals this year. And the ball's out wide. And he's gone for it at the near post, but it's easily claimed by Dario in the Edge Hill goal. But this is a lot better by UClan, Oliver. It's been a lot more threatening in the second half, actually testing the keeper, which is a complete different contrast to how the game was going in the first half. What are your thoughts, and what do you reckon UClan need to do differently now to try and get that second goal?
I don't think they need to do much differently, to be honest. I think they're doing the right thing. They seem to have the momentum with them, and they do seem the more likely to score the second goal, should there be one. Ooh, and a fumble there from the goalkeeper.
And there is an offside, if you couldn't hear by the shouts from the UClan bench, which is just right next to us. So we're definitely within the action. And there's going to be a free kick. And again, it's just some silly Edge Hill students who are just continuously just doing stupid things. It's going to be Will Vaughan with the goal kick, who sends it long, looking down the line, and it's headed out by Edge Hill for another throw-in. And I'm now joined by Harry Stratton. Harry, obviously this is your first time on the comms today, so let's get your overall thoughts on how you think the game's been going. Do you think UClan will get any points from this game, or do you reckon it'll just be seen out by Edge Hill?
Yeah, I think the first half didn't have a lot at all, but now they're definitely getting into it. A lovely goal from Reese Thompson on his left foot, just joke of a finish. And I think they're putting the pressure on, and there's been better chances, and I think there's one right now, maybe.
The ball's been played in. Oh, it's very unlucky. Sorry for interrupting you there, Harry.
That's okay, mate.
And they've won a corner as well for the Troubles. A throw-in, should I say. Apologies. battle between Edgehill and UConn here today. And now the ball's going into the box. It's played in, but it's dealt with by Adam Chadwick. Once again, he's been really impressive here today for Edgehill. And UConn have won yet another throw-in. Edgehill defending for their lives right now. Just cannot seem to get out of their box. And the ball's been played through. And is it going to be a goal? It is 2-1. No, 2-2. Oh, no, it's not. It is offside.
Oh, my God.
Oh, for a second.
Oh, no.
Everyone, including myself, thought UConn were level. And Jason Ayayi also thought he'd put his side on level terms, but the flag was up for offside. Oh, Harry, that is gutting. That is absolutely gutting. But surely that's the type of thing that'll get you going, get you more into the game and give you the more confidence to try and find that equaliser, as we almost just did then.
Yeah, they're riled up now. They want it more than ever, and I think they're going to push for it now.
For sure, and now Dario for Edgehill will be taking this goal kick. Taking his time. And the ball's been played long. Oh, it's flicked on by Lucas Goldburn. And the ball is finally back in the safe hands of Will Vaughan. Obviously, Will Vaughan, this is his last varsity, so he's looking to get another win under his name. Oh, it's a brilliant tackle there. We love that from Ocean Williams. Referee blown for something again. It looks like it was something from the Edgehill bench. There's going to be a long throw in from Edgehill down the line from Tom Bacon. And the referee's telling them to hurry up because they are really starting to overdo it with the time wasting. I get that they want the win, but they're only going to put themselves more in danger when the added time's been put on. When will this throw-in be taken? Finally, it's been taken. Big win. And it's been sent down the line by Adam Chadwick, and the number 9's going to chase it. Brilliantly dealt with by Harry Bowen. Referee's blown for another free kick. It's very stop-start here. You do wonder, Harry, when will this chance come for UConn?
Well, I think they're pushing for it. A lot of joy down the right-hand side. They're down the left at the moment, though. And, yeah.
It's the play down the line. Eric Durnell's going to chase it. Oh, it's a brilliant tackle, though, by, I think it's Harry Bowen, who stuck a leg out and won the challenge absolutely superbly. It's going to be a throw-in. And if you are joining us, once again, it is UConn 1, Edgehill 2. UConn looking for this equaliser. Very almost did through Jason Ayayi. However, he was called offside in the build-up. So the score remains 2-1, but Jason's there again. He's done brilliantly. And Lucas Goldborn with big header to get clear, and he'll be there again, you believe. Oh, and he's flicked it around brilliantly for Qureshi to drive down this right wing, and he's looked for the run of Reese Thompson. Reese Thompson. Oh, what a tackle by Qureshi. That is superb. Recovers from that miss-hit pass towards Reese Thompson, and now the ball's back with Dario. Dario scanning the pitch, looking for his next best option. It's a big header by Lucas Goldborn, but it's only backwards. And Harry Bowen sweeps up, and so does Qureshi. And now it's with Qureshi again. Ball's almost hit the gantry there. We looked on with absolute panic faces, and so did the cameras behind us. And here comes Ed Hill again, and Ben Ashcroft looking for his next best option to get clear, and he's played it into the middle of the park. Brilliantly brought down by Reese Thompson, and he's done so well there as Reese Thompson. Oh, him and Jason have got in the way, but Jason's come away with it, and he's done so well to find the ball. It's down the right wing now. Oh, but he's lost the ball, and it's been cleared again by Ed Hill. Big header. Oh, it's a good tackle there, though, by Ben Ashcroft. Oh, but it's another miss-hit pass. Harry, it does look like UClan are forcing it a bit.
Yes, I think they're panicking. I think they know their time's running out. They're sending it forward without really any target up there. They're just sort of kicking up and hoping. And it's not working for them at the moment, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, we're gonna see another long throw by Qureshi, who sends it down the line. Jason flicks it on. Oh, but it's cleared away again by Ed Hill. Everything that UClan are chucking at them, Ed Hill just seems to have a reply, and it's a very audacious effort from Eric Durnell. And unfortunately, it doesn't find even the target. And now my time on commentary is I'm going to pass you over to my fellow colleague, Harvey Hodgson, for the final 15 minutes of the game.
Yeah, Harvey's joining us now.
Yeah, thanks Nathan. It's really starting to liven up now. There's a real sense of intensity between the two sides as we enter the final 15 minutes. Scoreline remains 2-1 as UClan look to build up the pitch. Ball played all the way forwards, headed down. It's a nice touch in the midfield. Here they come. Zrahulla, he keeps going, rides the challenge, but the whistle is eventually blown. And it's a free kick in a really promising position for UClan here. It might just be a case of getting a lot of men in the box, I think.
Fine.
Go on, UClan! Here it comes, the free kick from deep. All the way into the area, punched away by Dario. Bit of a foot race to get there, and just about enough from Ashcroft. All the way back to Will Vaughan in net, who hoiks it up and over and out. And that's not quite what UClan needed. Could be kitchen sink time, couldn't it, Harry?
It could. I think they're doing a lot of sending it forward without really picking anyone out. It's just a bit panicky, it's rushed, and I think it's not working for them. They need to get a few men up and pick them out with the long balls.
That said, plenty of time left to play as UClan make another substitution. Ball is played in. Flicked over the top by Burnell, and Vaughan jumps well to claim it. Can they build here? It's Zrahulla over on that far side. Taking on Bailey, and it's just gone out of play. It's at times in games like this where you really start to get a sense of how important fitness is. When the mind wanders, when the legs start to tire, it can get a lot more difficult. UClan need to really power on here. It's another long ball over the top. It drops down, it's a shooting chance, and it's blocked. And another! And it's forced into the side netting, is it? No. The referee has given a goal kick for UClan. So that shot, which touched Vaughan.
Offside, Harvey.
Oh, it's offside. Never mind. Well, they want to get a move on here, UClan. Time is running out. The scoreline remains 2-1 to Edge Hill as Vaughan stands over this free kick. And we're just going to change over to Charlie Boyer at the hockey. He's got some news for us now.
I do. It's still 1-1 here in the men's hockey, and since our last update, nothing has really happened of a major note. Both sides have put the effort in and have some brief opportunities, but nothing clear-cut has really come to either side as of yet. Edgehill have had the better of them though, and they are forcing the home team to put the bodies on the line, with the UCLan keeper rushing out to prevent a second goal at one point. And in all honesty, we're still waiting for this game to burst into life. It feels like one of those games where one moment could really decide it. Still want a piece here.
Thank you very much, Chaz Boyer.
Apparently their centre half said it was onside.
Well, free kick to be taken here by Dario, Edgehill's goalkeeper. UCLan still behind, with time running out. Harry Stratton, what needs to change for UCLan to claw back a goal here?
I think they just need to focus on getting on the ball a bit more, take their time. It sounds silly saying that when they've got 10 or so minutes left to play, but they're just sending it forward. It's not really getting them anywhere. I think they just need to take some control, pick their passes a bit better, and they might see some results from that.
That's a good heller there from Goldborn. Taken down by Jason Iyai. Played forward to still Iyai. It's a tussle in the midfield, which is won in the end by Edgehill. Bailey goes down as he plays that pass, and it's still just about in play. Oh, and that looked a bit soft. A lot of cheers from the Edgehill fans, but nothing given for the referee. Ball played out to O'Shan Williams. He looks forward, and this is the chance, surely for UCLan. It's buried into the bottom corner with only minutes left to play. UCLan from 2-0 down have pulled it back to 2-2. Reese Thompson the hero again. Their top scorer this season with a brace in their biggest game of the season.
O'Shan Williams, what a man.
And UCLan, against all the odds, have pulled it back from 2-0 down to 2-2. Harry Stratton. This is what we've been talking about, getting a little bit of composure, a little bit of time on the ball. It's worked, hasn't it?
It has indeed. I mean, for the finish, that is composure embodied by Reese Thompson. It's just, he took his time. Everyone thought he might have sort of waited too long to score, but he took his time, picked his finish, and it's 2-2.
An excellent goal, and now the impetus on Edgehill. How did they respond? On top for so much of this game. As Bowen wins a header there, it's out of play. So little time left in regular time. But there could still certainly be more twists. Wouldn't be a surprise at all. As the throw-in comes in here over on that far side.
Jack Adamson, do we know if it goes extra time or penalties?
No, I think it ends straight in the draw. Just a draw? I think so. Apparently there can be penalties, but either way they're still going to get a point each.
So, a reminder, if this game finishes level, each side will get a point. There may be penalties regardless, but each side will get a point. I'm sure they'll both be eager not to share the spoils. As Rahula launches the ball across the pitch. It's played, is it going to stay in play? Not quite. It's Qureshi with a big throw in. And it's a good header from Bourne as Edgehill regain a bit of possession, but it's hoiked up the pitch again. Good header there from Bowen and another from Ashcroft. Ball tried to play across the pitch, but nothing giving as Rahula brings it down. And a lovely flick over the top again. There's no flag. It's Thompson again. He's down the near side. Ball played into the area, but cleared away pretty quickly. That's a really important touch. Can he win there? Goldborn struggles. Here come Edgehill. Played into the channel.
Oh no.
And Burnell's in space. Time, goal. It could be a moment of heartbreak for UClan. A goal right at the end for Edge Hill. You could not write a script like this if you tried. Last year, 4-3 to UClan, a goal right at the end. This year, Edge Hill lead 3-2, but there are still 6.5 minutes of football to play. They've had their resolve tested already today. They've had their mentality tested today, UClan. They've come back from behind once. They're going to have to do it again with time running out. You can see the scenes of jubilation over in the away fans. Well, they've got to keep their heads up here, haven't they, Harry?
They have indeed. I mean, when they've got a striker like Reece Thompson up front, you never know what's going to happen, but you've got to question how the Edge Hill number 9 had that much space in the box. 2 of them, in fact, with all the time in the world to pick a finish, and he picked the right finish, to give him credit, but yeah, serious questions to be asked there, I think.
Well, it's that composure that we saw with Thompson. Durnell having it there to just take that extra touch and fire the ball into the top corner. There's still plenty of time for UClan, but it is starting to run out. Of course, a proper grudge match this, isn't it? The Varsity game. You don't want to see yourself on the losing side, do you, Harry?
No, I mean, it's bragging rights for the year, every year. Absolutely. And they won it last year, UClan, and they want to maintain those bragging rights, but currently they won't be.
As we wait for the throw-in to be taken on the near side. Referee blows his whistle. There's a substitution. The captain's armband is passed on. Here's Iyai, Jason Iyai over to Rahula, over to the far side now. Tussle again in the middle of the park. Iyai plays it across. First involvement, out of play straight away. That precision starting to lack a bit, isn't it, Harry?
That's not going to win you the game, that's for sure, but the precision's needed if they're going to get something from this now.
Absolutely. Big throw again. Order of the day, it seems. That ball over the top from Ashcroft goes straight through to Dario. And we're going to pass over. We're going to pass over shortly to Taylor Ellis at the tennis. He has an update for us. Meanwhile, the football continues here. Oh, it's an unbelievable turn, and the defending, it's reliant upon Vaughan this time. That could have gone anywhere, the ball, but the keeper kept his eye on it. He's able to spray it long again. Just trying to fashion an opening now. The ball, long ball, straight at Dario. As we approach the final 3 minutes of the game. A reminder, the score, UClan 2, Edge Hill 3. After this topsy-turvy final 10 minutes, Dario launches the ball upfield. Yeah, he brings it down. And he looks for Ashcroft, but he's not going to find him. Here they come, Edge Hill. Oh, it's a question of a foul, but nothing given as far as the referee's concerned. And here they come. That's a great bit of defending. Really good defending from Adam Chadwick to make sure that nothing is given, but UClan have it back. And again, passes loose, ball's long. It's a case of hit and hope for both sides as the game reaches its closing stages. The referee's blown his whistle here, and UCLan have themselves a free kick. 2 minutes left on the clock. We are approaching the stages of now or never for UCLan in this varsity tie. It's Rahullah standing over it. All the big men in the box. Iyai, somebody to keep an eye on here. Likewise, Harry Bowen. This could be the biggest moment of the game. A good delivery here, and UCLan could be back in it. Oh, but he doesn't quite get the height. Claims everywhere in the box. Ball cleared out. Will be a throw-in. Cross into the area from Ashcroft. Claims for handball, the referee disagrees. A big clearance. Another long ball. Oh, he's going to go all the way in, no! Whoa. Just wide. A hair-raising moment for Dario and Edge Hill, but they survive. Right at the end of the game. Ball played into the area. Kept alive just, and then cleared away. Brought down here by Bowen. And he's lost it in the middle of the park, and they claim, they ask for a foul, they're not going to get it. As the game reaches its final stages, it is now or never. Last chance saloon for UCLan. Rahullah's done well, he's still got it, he doesn't release it. As we enter what could be additional time. Rahullah with the throw-in into Bowen. Goes down and the referee blows his whistle. It is a free kick, it is a chance to get the ball into the area. And Will Vaughan, the goalkeeper, is on the halfway line. Doesn't look like he's going to make a foray into the box. Would have been quite the story if he'd managed to bag an equaliser, but it'll be a case of outfielders having to go for the ball. As Edge Hill's number 10, Seb Bailey, gets up. And confirmation, there are 4 minutes of added time, 4 minutes. About 2.5 of those 4 minutes left to play as UCLan wait to take this free kick. Plenty of options in the middle. All the way over on that far side. The height's good. Oh, and it evades everyone. It's evaded everyone, but the referee has awarded a corner for UCLan, so perhaps there was a touch that I didn't quite get a sight of. 2 minutes. Last 2 minutes. And Will Vaughan, the goalkeeper for UCLan, is into the box. The delivery is good. It's a scramble, and it's away. Into the area again, and all the way out and over, right at the end. Hands on heads as far as the eye can see. That could be the moment that takes Edge Hill to victory here today. There is still just about a minute and 20 seconds left to be played as Dario stands over this goal kick. Men forward for Edge Hill here. Brought down. Not quite the touch that Marcus Britton would have been hoping for. Thrown to come. It is very much a case of the ball spending more time in the air than it is on the floor at the moment. You can understand that. Time running out. UClan getting rather desperate here. They're in from deep and it's a long one. Yai being held and the referee spotted that straight away. It's another free kick and another chance for Vaughan to head into the area. This is last chance saloon for UClan. Now or never. 3-2 down. Free kick to come. And it's just not gonna do it for them. They get the throw in. Claims here in the middle and referee's given a corner. There's still time. There is still time. It's Thompson to take. Or is it? No, it's Wame to take. Can he get a good delivery? I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. Referee clearly unhappy with something. Well, take two. Ball into the mixer, headed away. And then over the bar with the last kick of the game from Sully Qureshi. It is Edge Hill who win Varsity 2025.
Welcome back to the Green Bank studio. It has been a very eventful day at Varsity where UClan students have played Edge Hill across many different sports. A lot of takeaways with moments of thrill and pain for some of the UClan teams who will surely do whatever it takes to improve themselves and show up even better next time despite the outcome. We'll be back with Ross and Seb in the studio, but first over to Taylor Ellis at tennis.
In tennis, UClan are still 3-1 down to Edge Hill, but the top-seeded men's players are currently facing off. The first set was 6-2 to Edge Hill, and the second set is currently 2-2. Back to you in the studio.
This programme, once again, was produced and presented by the Year 2s. Ross and Seb, disappointing game in the end. We came so close to getting that win. Narrowly missed.
It's heartbreaking for him, to be honest. It was so close throughout the half. The second half was miles better. I don't know what they said at half time, but it was good. They came out, obviously, UClan got the one back, which was good, but it was quickly, Edge Hill were quite straight back at him. So we'll look through the goals here. So he's running through, number 9. Oh, it's a lovely finish, and that put him one back. And that was the moment I hope they got him back in the game. It's a great goal.
Great composure, wasn't it, Seb?
Yeah, he cuts to the left there. 16's out the way, and it's just a simple finish for him. He's the top goal scorer for UClan this season, and yeah, you can see the celebrations there. They were buzzing with it, but they were straight back at him, Edge Hill, and they got one back. A really nice finish from their number 9 too. That put them in the lead, and unfortunately UClan just couldn't get one back. They scored a goal later on in the half. That was a strong goal for them, but it wasn't meant to be for UClan. They had a few good chances. It got scrappy. It had all moments in the game of madness, but yeah, a really good game.
Ross, as Seb touched on, it was a really tough game, but unfortunately the two Edge Hill goals, the Edge Hill goal really early on in the first half, and then literally within a minute or two in that second half after hitting the post, that was really a dagger in the heart of UClan, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It's a case of going from ecstasy to agony for UClan. I think in the second half, especially, really performances to be proud of individually and as a team. But Edge Hill bookending the game with the first goal and the last goal of the game. I think there's real positives that can be taken from UCLan today. I think Reece Thompson was excellent. Austin Williams had the assist for the second goal. He's another example, like Leon Hodgkins, of a player who started off in the fourth team and has made his way up through the ranks to the firsts and has been a staple of the firsts and seconds for the last few weeks. So I think overall, although it's a very disappointing result for UCLan and they weren't able to follow up on last year's success, they'll look back on it and think we can go and build from here and onto next year.
Let's just touch on quickly the UCLan goal that was disallowed. Obviously, if we scored that, it would have been a draw, and then who knows what else would have happened in the game with mentality would have changed. But did it look offside to you?
Yeah, from our angle, it looked very marginal, and the linesman's made a brave decision there and putting his flag up. It did look like Jason Iyagi might have just gone a bit too far there, and there was mere inches in it, I'd say, but a very, very close call by the linesman.
It was definitely a lot of excitement in that game. I think me and Will were on the edge of our seats, and definitely you guys probably were, and everyone at UCLan definitely was. It was an unfortunate result, but just talk about sort of the amount of people that turned up to the game. How important was that for the boys to get them to at least fight for that sort of game that they had?
Oh yeah, of course, sort of character on and off the pitch, fantastic showing by UCLan supporters, but also to go from 1-0 down and then 2-0 down so early on in the second half, to having the determination and the resilience to get back to equal terms, for it to all go away in like the last few minutes like that, it's really heartbreaking. But they can be proud of going from 2-0 to 2-2, and like we said before the game, on paper there's a huge difference between Edge Hill and UCLan and where they are, the two divisions, so they can take a lot of positives from the game despite the result.
And Seb, just on Edge Hill's final goal as well, sort of when that went in, did you just feel like it was all over? I think everyone
it was such a shame. With the crowd came, and they were clearly there to support, and there was a lot of fight going on UCLan's end, and they got that goal. They got them 2 goals, and that put them level-headed, and then it was just a real shame for him straight away. 2 minutes later, and it's a moment of they've took their eye off the ball for a second, and you get punished at this level, but. It's a difficult one to take.
But football's like that, isn't it? It's
when
as soon as you take that sort of moment off the ball, it can just go the other way. But it just wasn't UCLan's day today, and I guess we did pull out a good performance. And like Ross said, they're miles above anyway in terms of when they play in the league, so it was going to be a difficult game.
But the thing is, that second half didn't look like it. UCLan was the better side, I would say. They had the better goals, but they just a moment of madness, a moment of taking their eye off the ball, and it's cost them, unfortunately.
Yeah. Seb, Ross, thank you very much. We're going to head over, though, to the tennis with Charlie Boyer, hopefully for some more positive news.
And it is positive news. The last time we were here, this was a non-event, but it has exploded into life in the second half. UCLan have stormed to a 5-1 lead and have Edge Hill on the ropes. 4 goals in quick succession, including a silky team move from back to front, have given UCLan a commanding lead. Edge Hill are pushing it. They are trying to get back into this game, but at the moment it looks like it's going to be a double win for UCLan's hockey teams today. 5-1 to UCLan.
Charlie, we are now heading over to the UCLan arena to talk to Amelia Vinyarska a bit about the game.
Or we could ask, we'll ask the manager what he thought of the game. We'll ask Reece about his goals. Hi, I'm Lindsay Grogan and we're back at the UCLan Sports Arena after a very chaotic game. It ended 3-2 to Edge Hill. I have the manager here, Nathan Saint. What did you think of the game?
It was a good game, to be fair. Played in a good manner by both sides. It was aggressive, good football, plenty of goals. Just disappointing to lose it. I think we've done enough to win. We've turned the game around, but then switched off for a moment back there and conceded a poor goal and just turned the game a little bit. So yeah, a bit disappointed.
Now, who would you say your key player today was? Is he standing next to you?
He's standing right next to me, yeah. We know the quality he brings it forward. He's very composed when he's in and around the edge of the box and he puts goals away well. Just a shame we couldn't get any more today.
And we have Reece Thompson here, who scored both goals for UCLan. And I am aware that it's your first varsity. How do you hope to improve next year?
I think I had a chance at 2-1 to score, and I should have put it away really, but I went down low on keeper's foot, so that's the difference in games like this. You have to put chances away like that. So next year, hopefully, I'll put 3 away instead of 2.
Yeah, it was a disappointing end to the game, wasn't it, Amelia?
Definitely was. There was some controversies. It kicked off after the game. Definitely not what we want to see. There was definitely pain, joy, excitement, tears, sweat. Definitely a Varsity everyone will remember. So,
yeah, that is all here at the Sports Arena. Coming back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Lindsay and Amelia. As Amelia touched on there, it was Reese's first varsity. There's so many players in that team, really young, really inexperienced, first and second years. Surely they're going to be looking to build on that in the future years.
Well, yeah, definitely. And you've got senior players in there such as Harry Bowen, Lewis Barlow, and players like that who they themselves are only second years. So next year they can build on. They've got the experience of both a win and a loss in varsity, and they can feed that on to the then first and second years. And there's so many players like Reese who've had the first experience of varsity now. They know what it's like. They've felt the heartbreak of it. They can build on for next year, and you know, with the help of the coaches and the more senior players at the club, I'm sure the next year they'll go on better.
And it gives them that promise. You know, we had Dan on the couch before, one of the men's rugby players, and he, you know, a lot of the squad, it's the last varsity, so it's like it's a significant moment for them. But for these, it's a way they can improve on. You know, a lot of them are younger people who can, you know, go forward, and they can look back at this game at least, and they can say, well, you know, we was close, and they fought all the way through, but they can definitely win it next year, and I'm hopeful they do.
Seb and Ross, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon at Varsity, and thanks to Seb and Ross for joining as well. The programme was produced and presented by Year 2 sports journalism students here at UCLan. Check out our social media accounts on X and Blue Sky at SportJournUCLan, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Goodbye.